Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for yet another match of the BBL. This one, Hobart Hurricanes taking on the Melbourne Renegades. Now, the only way that the Hobart Hurricanes can miss out on the final is if they lose this matchup, because then they've got a match with the Melbourne Stars, who are also trying to fight for that final contention. I hope you guys are all doing well. We've got a whole heap of people here in the chat already. We've got Vishal, we've got Jay Hayes, we've got Paddy Wagon there, we've got Robert, we've got David, we've got everyone here already. We've got Isaac. See that Avish was like, yeah, I might have been talking to Isaac just a little bit before the live stream as well. Yeah, it was good. It was good to catch up, and we are hopefully going to get to do some filming very soon as well. But anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're only about 2 minutes away from the match getting underway. Hello, mate, and to all the other people as well, welcome in. And also we have there hi from LJ. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing fantastic. Hope you guys are excited for this match of the BBL. Do let me know who you think will be winning this one, and also what the score will be for the team who are batting first into this contest. We will go like this. We will go down here, and then we will go like this as well. There we go. Put that up the bottom, and also we've got the eyebrow. How are you? I'm doing very well. It is going to be, I guess, it's weird only having one live stream today. I'll be honest. Normally we have about 5 or maybe 3, something along those lines. But today we just have the one. Yesterday we had the one with me and my mum. Today we have just got myself on this one. It's looking like a decent day at Marvel Stadium. They've actually got the roof off, which means that it should hopefully not end up raining throughout this match. Because, of course, I mean, if you've got a stadium that has a roof and you get a rain delay, you feel like a bit of an idiot. But it's looking pretty nice at the moment, so hopefully that is the way that it will be staying 161 for the Canes as well. And I have got all of the predictions already, and I will go Hobart Hurricanes opening up. Yeah, I'm going to say 182. That's what we will be going with for this one. It is going to be Caleb Jewell making his way out to the middle. As you can see, the Hobart Hurricanes, they won the toss. They decided that they did want to have the bat. And currently at Marvel Stadium, this is a pitch that has been used quite often, and it may even be the final location as well if the Perth Scorchers do decide to take it on, because they aren't allowed at home. So because of that, it does mean that they won't be able to return to Optus Stadium, which would be their home ground for the upcoming final. But Caleb Jewell, he's out at the middle. I have got your prediction as well, Aiden, of 180. The best for Caleb Jewell, only 51. Kind of surprising for BBL 11, the way that this man plays. He's got a very attacking style. If you give him a bad ball, he's going to try and smack it away to the boundary. He kind of looks like a combination of Rory Burns and someone else. I can't quite think of, but it's going to be Ben Mcdermott. That man has been on fire throughout the BBL so far. The 200s in a row. Then from the other, like his best is 127. He's got an average of 57 as well, so he has been on fire in this competition, like I mentioned. But now we are rearing to go. He's only 27 years of age as well, so hopefully he does get an opportunity for Australia in the short format in the future. Hobart will get 187. So I'll says Aussie Mozzie is the prediction. Now Josh Laley, he will be bowling first as Wade's still out. I know that he was back last week, or kind of in a game recently, and he's actually here at number 4 for this matchup. Darcy Short at 5, and then Josh Khan will be batting at 3. They have changed their order around just a little bit, but on strike here, Caleb Jewell down the leg side, and it is going to be a wide, a little bit of a loosener for Layla to start this match off. I believe, yes, there we go. I was going to say the scoreboard seems a little bit slow. I hadn't actually updated it just yet on the actual one, but I do realize now they were just working out what it was. It was a wide. Aaron Finch, he's out there at the moment for the Melbourne Renegades. He's going to be one of the keys in that batting lineup. A little bit of swing away from the bat there for Josh Layla. Currently, anyone who hasn't already, be sure to get in those predictions. How many runs do you think the Hobart Hurricanes will be able to get for themselves? Currently, we are sitting only a few games away from the finals. We've got 3 matches taking place back to back to back tomorrow. I'm not too sure whether or not the voice will be handling all of them, but we will be trying our best to get through quite a few while we can. Layla once again. Nice bit of outswing. It's going to be well bowled and nicely covered in the deep. And also 185 is a prediction there from Shannon, so we will lock that one in for you as well, mate. But currently at this stage, I would say anything over 160, 170 is going to be a very good total here for the Hobart Hurricanes. Definitely at Marvel Stadium, we haven't seen too many massive scores so far, although I did say 182. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case. But they've got Matthew Wade, they've got Darcy Short, both coming from the middle order. Well, this matchup to hear news about my show on Discord as well. Says Brandon, I haven't actually been on Discord at all today in terms of the Kiwi Lads server. I did talk to Isaac very briefly before the live stream. We were trying to organize a time for us to be able to do some gaming as well, which is an interesting one, because I feel like we talked about it as well. We were like, we feel very grown up at the moment because we've got to try and like arrange times to do gaming type thing. Whereas it used to just be, oh, you want to play Xbox? Yeah, we'll go on. But now with the BBL and everything all taking place as well, it does make it a little bit harder to juggle where we are. But they are just showing there the Renegades, one of the players who is getting the opportunity. I believe that is actually Zach Evans. Nicely played by Caleb Jewell. They take the quick single. Just keeping that strike rate ticking over at the moment for the Hurricanes in their opening over. You want over 160, 165 mark as well in the SS Shannon. And at the moment, the Hobart Hurricanes, they are 65% likely to win this match. And that is this early on. So it does tell you that they are heavily the favourites going into this one. If Mcdermott can fire and get a big total for himself, it's certainly going to be dangerous. Can I please put my prediction? Can I please do my prediction? I just got as says Music Kiwi. That is all right. Be sure to put it in as long as it's before like the first 2 or 3 overs. We will allow it, but put it in as soon as you possibly can. We have got the yes Brandon as well, and there says Robert. At the moment, oh, it's actually Unmuk Chand, in fact. So is that because Zahir Khan is out? Is that who we're looking at here? Oh no, he's actually going to be batting quite high up the order. And also we've got the 168 my score. And I want a very to go. I want you go and look. It's not good news. No show today as well. Says Brandon down 176 for 7. It's the prediction from Music Kiwi, but that will be the end of the first over. Only 5 runs off it in the end. So not too badly for Josh Layla after having the wide of the very first delivery. The Hurricanes, they won the bat flip. They were like, you know what? We're going out there, we're batting again, and we're going to put the Marvel Stadium side under pressure. I mean, they've had so many games here for the Renegades, but they are sitting currently bottom of the table, I believe. Now, it looks like, is it going to be Evans bowling this one? Yes, it is. But Aaron Finch. It'll be interesting to see whether or not he makes it into the ODI side in the future. Are you changing your channel, or is that the one that you are going with? Also, be sure to get in your prediction. Sebastian, welcome into the lights, mate. I hope you are doing well. Zach Evans at the moment, he's got a headband on. Looks like he's channeling his inner Stuart Broad, except he's got a black band on his head rather than the white one, so perhaps it's just trying to one-up him a little bit. It's got the Hey Steve as well. Good afternoon, Amish bro. Says Michelle, welcome into the live stream. Hope you're doing fantastic today. An average of 48 so far for this bowler, and the reason for that is he has only got the 1 wicket so far in his BBL career, but we'll be open to change that. And if he can get the wicket of Mcdermott, it would be absolutely huge for the Renegades. Tell you what, that's where the shout for LBW just going down leg is the call from the umpire. Tell you what, he almost just picked it up straight away, that wicket. Yeah, nah, just ended up going a little bit too far down the leg side. I'll change to 6 for 170 as well. Says Shannon there. Right, so you've gone from 185 to 175, but now 170, Shannon, I believe. And also, did you hear my news about the my show with COVID as well? Says Brandon to Robert. Also, Finch's ODI captain, I thought, okay, so he is going to be there. Oh, that's worth a little bit of an appeal as well, but because he advanced, was always going to be a little bit more tricky to be able to get that LBW. But so far, the bowlers for the Renegades are looking pretty solid. 36% chance that they win this game. And this early on, and that's the thing, we might see an upset here. And if we do see an upset, then all of a sudden that changes everything in terms of the BBL. And that last game between the Stars and the Hurricanes will be the playoff to decide who actually makes it through. That is going to be interesting. See how that goes in. Yes, Brandon as well, says Robert there. Now, Evans so far, he hasn't been bowling too far. Zach Evans, or too badly, I should say. Zach Evans steams in, gets some good pace. Good shot there from Caleb Jewell, though, straight through cover. And that is going to be the first boundary of the day. We have got the high by as well. And there says, Wahaj, welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. Anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be back with all of the finals of the KFC Big Bash, as well as the sevens this weekend. It's going to be coming up. We are going to be covering that Curry Cup midweek. That is going to be another goal that we are going to be trying to accomplish, and then the Champions Cup when we can fit it in for this weekend as well. So we've got plenty of rugby, plenty of cricket, plenty of sport in general that will be coming up. And how are you, brothers? As well, I'm doing very well. Thank you, mate. Apparently feeling wide awake. I woke up a little bit later in the day, so the hay fever is probably going to kick in soon. There it is. It's kicked in. I felt like I was going to sneeze a while ago. And I just did. We have got the Let's Go. Elsie's over, and also we've got, I'm very sorry about Rugby 7 on Friday. Going to be next week. But at about Sam is okay, as well, says Brandon there. And also Hamish Bro, I think your favorite color is white. So else says Michelle, believe it or not, it is not. It is actually yellow. But I have a lot of white shirts, which is risky because last night I had my white shirt and I actually ended up getting tomato sauce on it. So that was unfortunately, and also Brother Legend started 20th of January as well. And there says Wahash. I see done once again. Oh, almost the overthrow going straight through the gloves of Sam Harper. But Evans currently still just the one ball left of this over. He's gone for 7 so far. Not too bad. Also a leg by though. So he is actually theoretically on the scorecard gone for 6. Okay, that pitch looks like it's got a few cracks in it for Marvel Stadium. But they've played so many games on this pitch in last little probably 2 weeks or so that it has got plenty. Oh, a shot once again from Joel, but it is going to be fielded on the cover kind of ring as well. But that is going to be the end of the over. 12 for none off the 2. But Caleb Joel, he's disappointed to miss out on that one. Could have possibly gotten himself another 4, but decent over so far from Zach Evans. His first one of the match. They've got a good bowling attack here for the Renegades. They've got Josh Lather. They've got Zach Evans. Zahir Khan is still there. Cameron Boyce. So they've got quite a few spin options. Oh. Okay. Mitch Marsh, Josh Inglis, Nathan Lyon, Marnus Labuschagne, Usman Khawaja, Travis Head, Alex Carey, Scott Boland are all players who are coming back to the BBL. And my favourite colour is green as well. 7-6. And someone going to in show. I got go at Ismi as well. And there says Brandon. But yeah, so there's going to be a whole heap of new faces, but familiar faces getting added back into the BBL. And you've got to feel for some of these young guys who are in the teams at the moment who have been working hard throughout the whole season to get their team into like those finals and whatnot. And then you just have someone come back and take your spot. But who knows? Maybe it does help them out. Maybe it does be the downfall for a couple of these sides, depending on how they go. Shot. Or is it? That's gone pretty high from Mcdermott. Is there anyone under it unless they're in the crowd? Oh, what a catch that is. And that is Mcdermott gone. And what a catch there from Zach Evans. I thought he had got enough of it. He certainly hadn't. It's a diving catch back with Mcdermott. Going to be on his way 3 runs of 7 deliveries. And also we've got the auntie that comes tonight. Not quite because we are a little bit later on in the day for this one. But I think she will be joining me for one of the ones tomorrow. Amelia has said hi as well. Welcome into the live stream. Hope you are doing well. That was an absolute screamer of a catch. Mcdermott sits straight up in the air almost. Massive wicket of Ben, it was indeed. And then just takes the diving catch going backwards. It was that headband that gave him the special powers of being able to just line it up, Zach Evans. And that is a absolutely brilliant catch. As Uncle Cooking Pizza was great as well. I think it's my super coach points low as well, says Aussie Mozzie. Yeah. A lot of people would have been back at Mcdermott, but that is going to be his wicket gone. And now the Hurricanes are sitting 1 for 12. I believe next in they will be sending, I want to say that they'll be sending in Josh Khan. Do they send him in or is it going to be Matthew Wade? Just come in next. We will have to wait and see on what the Mcdermott. And there as well says Devin, like, yeah, he did end up losing his wicket, which was very surprising. Very surprising. You don't normally expect to see him lose it early on. Definitely not since he got his couple hundred, but Matthew Wade has come to the crease. We'll have to wait and see what he can do there. Gotta love hay fever. Isn't that great? Although saying that, we're probably almost getting, hopefully, past the hay fever season. Kind of, not really, though. I think it's still a little while. As a Renegade fan, I want the Gates to win, as per usual. But at the same time, I wouldn't really care if we lost because it means we ruin the Stars finals chances as well, says Amelia. So, yeah, the little rivalry for the two Melbourne sides. That would be when was the last time we didn't see Melbourne Stars or Melbourne Renegades go through to the kind of 5th or the top 5? Was it last year or were they both a little bit higher? No, Melbourne Stars were about 50-50, but I think they didn't do too badly. And the but the Renegades, I mean, they won it in 2020 or 2019, so they certainly have the potential. Oh, he's holding us back at the moment, Zach Evans. Hope that he hasn't got any injury there. Look at this, Kiwi lads, with the ice cream and the pizzas. As I was just, Brandon, it does look all right. That is for sure. I didn't actually have, oh no, I did have food beforehand. I already forgot what I had for tea before those slides through. I think I was excited for this game because I know kind of like the stipulations of who is going to be able to go through. If the Melbourne Renegades win this game, then it keeps the hopes for the Stars alive. If the Hobart Hurricanes win it, then that means that the Stars cannot progress. But I mean, for the sake of the competition, do you hope the Renegades make it and get over the line here so that it then becomes whoever wins that game last year? 2019 against the Stars. Yeah, it was a Melbourne derby, wasn't it, for that one? And then the Melbourne Stars, they just ended up losing a whole heap of wickets for that matchup. Josh Layla at the moment just kind of dawdling in. Matthew Wade signalling something. Surely he doesn't need 2 gloves. He's only had 2 balls faced. Josh Layla, slightly slow ball there. It's going to be a good shot, though, straight with the square leg pull shot, and it is 4 runs to Caleb Jewell. He ticks up quite nicely, up to 11 runs off 8 deliveries now. But that man, he's dangerous. Like, I feel like when you got McDermott, when you got Wade, when you got Darcy Short in the lineup, those guys are probably the ones that a lot of people think of. But Caleb Jewell can still hit a long ball. He's been very good as well. And also, we've got the Hamish Rowe win tonight team. Should qualify to playoff as well, says Michelle. Yeah, exactly right. So the Hobart Hurricanes, if they win, they qualify and they stop the Melbourne Stars from having a chance. If they don't win tonight and they don't receive the Bash Boost point as well, whoever wins that game tomorrow between the Melbourne Stars and the Hobart Hurricanes will go through to the kind of top 5, which is going to be a very exciting one. That will be the end of the over. Layla goes for 7, but does pick up the big wicket of Mcdermott, and now it is 1 for 19. Just showing the catch there as well by Zach Evans. Running backwards. He had to go with so much ground and still was able to take the diving catch. And I don't think he could quite believe that he had kind of taken it. He didn't really seem too excited about it. Whereas Maxwell, they're showing his one-handed catch as well from the other night, and he was able to somehow pluck that one out of thin air with the weak hand. And the thing is with Maxwell, he couldn't even believe that he had taken it. As though he kind of put his hand on his mouth and go, did I just catch that one? But Zach Evans, he was very cool, calm, and collected in the way that he did take that one. And now Seymour will be bowling for the next over of this matchup. Matthew Wade on strike now. If he gets himself in at the crease, he's going to be dangerous. Hello, as I says, Johan, welcome in to the live stream, mate. Currently, it is going to be Seymour who will be bowling this one. James Seymour, I believe it is. Yes, it is. Currently now Wade. 1 off 2 deliveries, and it is going to be a little bit of spin in the attack. They've got plenty of spin options here for the... Hang on. James Seymour, is he down on the paper? He's not down on the paper. No, he is, sorry. Yeah, he's actually opening for this one. So they've still got also Cameron Boyce and Zahir Khan if they want to go for more spin options on this surface at Marvel. Now Wade. Oh, it's a good ball once again from Seymour. Really kind of steaming it through in the air, about 95 Ks. Zach Evans still kind of stretching his back a little bit here. So I'm hoping he's not going to be too injured. But also, I will ask you the question, Johan, and also I'll ask everyone in the chat, which game of rugby are you looking forward to the most this weekend? Because we have got the Champions Cup, we've got the Curry Cup. That is actually going to be tomorrow rather than the weekend. And then also we've got a couple other games of the sevens that's going to be coming around the corner. I did actually only learn today that New Zealand aren't going to be in the sevens, which was a bit sad because I was getting ready. I wrote out my schedule of what we're going to be covering, which is a lot. I learned as well, like there's not much time for breaks. And like the live streams with everything that is on, advancing down the wicket there. We've also got actually the URC taking place with the 2 South African sides, or the 2 South African games playing off against each other. Once again, another dot ball for James Seymour. The more that they can get early on here and try and kill the hopes of a power play running away here for the Hurricanes is crucial for them. He's trying to smack that one. Matthew Wade, it's just over the head of mid-off, and that is going to be the 4 runs. The first boundary of the match for Wade now. Did actually come back into the side for the last match. Did go all right with the bat in hand as well. I believe he was able to bring up a 50 for himself. And Matthew Wade, good shot. Seymour, he ends up, I guess he just gave it a little bit too much width and flight. Goes just over the head of Josh Layla. Wasn't able to quite pluck that one out of the sky. And if he had, probably would have also been up there for Catch of the Year nominations. Going to the side of Layla. He fields it nicely though, and that will be the end of the over. It's 7 off the power play for that one. And they are sitting 1 for 26 now. So pretty good power play, you'd say, for the Renegades. Not letting them run away too much with the scoring of the Hurricanes. And then also that massive catch of Mcdermott, which is exactly what you need. Well, that's why we always get the hello. And also we've got Muff. Welcome in, Muff. Hope you're doing well, mate. Just showing that highlight of Mcdermott. They didn't have the roof on. That one possibly would have hit the roof if it wasn't open, I should say. And plus, it's something spent for Naperville with Kiwi Lads, and it's coming back. Everyone wants to know. Our video got 213 views as well. And there says Brandon, I still actually haven't taken my Xbox out of the bubble wrap yet. It's still sitting there. I haven't actually played Xbox this year either, which I feel like is something I do need to change because I miss it a little bit. But the BBL, as soon as the BBL finishes, we're straight into filming. I think we're going to do a career mode on Rugby Challenge. We've also got Rugby 22 just around the corner that will be coming out. That is pretty much on the same day as the BBL final as well. So hopefully that'll run smoothly and we are able to juggle those ones quite nicely because we'll have a career mode on that. We'll have a career mode on Rugby Challenge 4 as well. Will be another one. We're back into the rugby season almost even. On Rugby League Live 4, I believe we have got a career mode planned out that we are hoping to get going. Probably Champions Cup for the weekend as well. Is it the game between Castra and also Harlequin Sebastian, or the ones in general? Tell you what, one that I'm looking forward to, Munster versus Wasps. Reason I say that is because at the moment the Wasps are on a little bit of a tear, and Munster are also just a very hard side. And I was looking there, bro, a scorecard, I'll stop a little few minutes while there we go. Has worked itself out. Sometimes it does that for some reason, and it just depends on where my mouse is. If my mouse is just a couple inches to the side, it doesn't work. If the mouse slides over back to where it was, seems to work as well. And I was a bro, or Be a Pro, to come back as well, says Brandon. Maybe we do get our Be a Pro series back. I know that we were going to be doing it. Maybe, that's the thing. We've got maybe either live streams or videos as our two options. The here Carnballs, that one a little bit too short. Caleb Jaw hits it away nicely, trying to pierce the gap in the outfield. Good relay work. And the deep from the Renegades. I've just actually had the realization that Jake Fraser McGurk is not in the lineup for the Renegades. So I guess they're giving a couple other players opportunities. And also, I guess at the top of the order, he just hasn't quite been able to get that strike rate ticking over. And also, we've got that Munster versus Wasps is probably the highlight of the weekend, as much as I love the Quins, as well as Sebastian there. Should be a good game. And we're hoping to cover it on the channel alongside the Sevens as well. Like, I've got my schedule that I made up this morning as well. And like pretty much, like, I don't know whether you guys can see that. No, you can't. That's, oh no, still not going to be working. That's what we're, oh jeez. That is not good focus. That's what we're looking at for Sunday or Saturday. That's Sunday. And that's Monday at this rate. So we have to wait and see how many of those ones are taking place, but a majority of them will be. So we have about 30 live streams over the weekend, if not maybe even more. So Kiwi Lads will tell everyone, but they can stop, but they can't stop talking about it as well. And then that's going to be over the top reverse sweep from Matthew Wade, and he does pick up the boundary as well. Yeah, Hamish, bro, now correct scorecard here. As I say, yeah, all I did was just with this little mouse, and all it did was just some reason update. So it's weird, the mouse. I always say weird. Weird's become my favorite word. I feel like it's the perfect way of describing myself as well, so it's pretty ideal. Reverse sweep from Matthew Wade. That shot is anything but weird. If you showed it to someone from back in the day, they'll be like, what are you doing with your bat? And also they say they used the same pitch last night, didn't they? I believe so. So that is why some of these pitches at Marvel Stadium are probably going to get worn down eventually, definitely with all of the cricket that's being played. It'll be the single down the ground to finish off the overs. Here Khan goes for 9 runs. They want Fortnite too. And there says Brandon, yeah, nah, I'm terrible at Fortnite. Overall, I wish I was good. I wish that I could like get better, but nah. I just don't seem to be able to. It's like me and Isaac playing Call of Duty Warzone. We sat in a building for 10 minutes waiting. We just sat there and we're like, right, we're gonna be able to get someone if they go in. And then unfortunately, I just realized that they had the Australian Ashes side. And they were just singing We Are the Champions as well with all of the other kind of players around them. Does that make sense in the sentence? Probably not. But yeah, pretty much we sat in a building for ages and then we ended up getting killed. We have got their time in New Zealand. It is currently 9:36 currently. And also we have got their 9:40 p.m. as well. Says Brandon, I want to live stream Fortnite, but I do not got time to it as well. And this is Brandon Amanis is back for the Heat tomorrow too. It's going to be a big one. I also saw the other players who are returning. Usman Khawaja for the Thunder. It's going to be an interesting one. Alex Carey for the Strikers. So a whole heap of players being brought back in for the later stages. Now it's going to be Jonathan Merlo, someone who I haven't actually seen for quite a wee while. It's going to be now cut away beautifully. Fielded in the deep though. Tell you what, Jonathan Merlo. When was the last time we saw that man play? Have I been missing out on something by saying that I haven't seen him this year? Or has he got an injury that has kept him out? I don't think I've seen him so far. Renegades are easy to dislike as well, says Captain James there. Okay, I'll ask you the question. Who's the Renegades player you dislike the most, Captain James? Or is it just the team in general? It's straight back down the ground. The camera's looking for the man. It didn't go out there, mate. It was hit straight to the guy. And he caught and bowled. Or not caught and bowled, but just along the round. Current run rate sitting at 6.75. We almost got there. The Bangladesh flags from the Big Bash as well. Welcome into the live stream, mate. I hope you are doing well. Currently, Bangladesh, their next game is just around the corner, I believe. Same with the Black Caps. It should be a very exciting one to see those matches coming up. It's going to be now once again at down the ground. They're actually playing Merlot as if he was a slow bowler, but he certainly isn't. He's got a decent amount of pace, and also just the team in general, as says Captain James there. I don't mind them overall, but I feel like that's one of those ones that like all of me, or like not all of me, but just like I always find I'm pretty impartial for the Big Bash. How to get a super chat Kiwi lads as well, says Brandon. Is that as in how to put one here or get one on your channel, Brandon? Do let me know. He hasn't got all of that Matthew Wade, but luckily for him, just falls short once again. Currently looking here, it is going to be sitting 1 for 38 at this current time. It's going to be an interesting chase for the Melbourne Renegades because we've seen that they've got some good potential in that lineup, but it's whether or not they do end up falling over a little bit during that time as well. But currently now, teams are bolstered. It's going to be Boland, Lyon, Kawaja, all those guys back. Travis Head, Alex Carey, a little bit leg side-ish from Merlot once again, but it is going to be just a dot ball. I want one on my YouTube channel as well, says Brandon. So the first thing that you have got to do to be able to get super chats is to get monetized on your channel. So that will be 1,000 subscribers and also 4,000 watch hours. That will be your first step. And then from there, people can give you super chats. And I think the Renegades fans are the truest of fans out there as well, having to put up with so much failure, but keep supporting them because they love their team, as I said, Sebastian. And yeah, I guess it's a big kind of change from winning it a few years ago to now being back there, normally finishing around the bottom of the table, but they keep on working for it, and hopefully they find a winning combo in the near future as well. Okay, the Hobart Hurricanes at the moment, they are just saying that it's going to be the case of maybe they get a home final. So they're trying to work out where that would be, because at the end of the day, we have no idea where people are allowed to go around here. But the Hurricanes, if they win this game with the Bash boost point, they move up to 28. If they win their next game, theoretically, they still have a small chance of being able to go over. I want it I'm going to get a hot chocolate as well. And there says Brandon, that is a good move. I do enjoy a hot chocolate. Definitely on I was going to say a cold day, but it's actually very hot at the moment. As I want to say it now. As I says Brandon, currently 6.5 is what we are sitting on currently for the run rate. Jules sitting on 18 off 15. Wade 16 off 14. A little bit lofty from Zahir Khan. Nice shot from Jules. He's striking everything out of the middle of the bat at the moment. But the big thing is he has only been able to get himself the 2 boundaries. Same with Matthew Wade, who's trying to overtake him in the run score. Maybe another reverse sweep. Be just around the corner. Another yawn. We do love a yawn. We always got the Disney New Zealand. Milo, we do indeed. We have Milo. What else have we got? We've also got drinking chocolate, which is kind of like the Cadbury option, which is actually very nice. If you add a spoonful of sugar with that drinking chocolate, it will taste like drinking literally straight chocolate, which probably isn't that good for you, of course, drinking straight chocolate. But, it's still an option. But Milo, yeah, we do have Milo. What's another one you guys have got, Captain James? Do let me know. It's going to be a nice sweep shot from Matthew Wade. Once again, man of the deep. I would have filled that one. Just keeping the run rate ticking along relatively slowly here for the Hobart Hurricanes. If they want to win this game, they will need to get it up. Both good options. I love that Cadbury stuff as well, says Captain James. Yeah, that Cadbury stuff, that's the thing. No matter how much of it you have, still, you can switch it up a little bit. First sweep from Caleb Jewell attempted. He has once again missed it. Those mini marshmallows, they're all normally all right, although they go pretty quickly because you try and see how many of them you can physically squeeze into a mug. And normally it's a few of them. You know, you go, right, see whether or not we can fill up 3/4 of this mug with the marshmallows and then like 1/4 of it with the hot chocolate. Oh, he's hit that one. And Caleb Joy, has he got enough of it? It's close. It's just gone through the field. And that is going to be the 6 runs. And also there is Ovaltine. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if it's actually chocolate as well. Says it, Captain James, Ovaltine. I'm going to have a look at what Ovaltine is. Ovaltine. Oopsies. Not Ovaltine. Oh, my teen romantic comedy. Nope, that's not what I meant to type in. Ovaltine. There we go. Oh. Is it like... okay. It's an interesting package. The orange. It kind of looks like it's some sort of other like citrus drink or something like that. That is going to be the end of the 7th over, and it will now be 1 for 47 here. Currently, Matthew Wade has got plenty of power. When he does get it going up against the Thunder, he was able to get 83 runs off 54 deliveries. And in fact, he just kept on finding some very nice shots away as well. Big full toss from, that was actually Nathan McAndrew who got hit up onto the second tier in the last match. If he can get, I would say if he gets 50 here, how much he's on 17 at the moment. If he gets 50 here, he'll be in a very good position to be able to go on and help his side get towards the win. But so far, he's been a bit 50-50, just like every batsman in the BBL. You either get yourself a huge total or you don't get too many at all. He had a little bit of a rough patch, 0, 1, and 1. But then he's come back 83 not out. And now he is sitting 17 not out off 16 deliveries. The current run rate ticking over quite nicely for them. It's a big shot there from Matthew Wade. I believe he's got all of that one. Yes, he does. And that is going to be the 6 runs once again. So we're actually seeing quite a few 6s in a row here for the Hobart Hurricanes now. Going to be a misfield in the outfield. And that is going to be just a single once again. I'm trying to catch up a little bit because that was close to a run out. There we go. We are back up to being a little bit closer. I was going to say this has actually updated my scoreboard before I have seen what is happening. So Caleb Joel, keep it Tiger as well. And there says David the Modern. Yeah, at the moment he's doing all right for himself here, Caleb Joel, and also 53 for 1 as well, says Daryl there. Yeah, currently sitting at now 55 for 1 is what we are up to. But Cameron Boyd's going to be bowling his first over. It's hit down the ground. Solid shot from Matthew Wade. Straight out to the man, though. Does just get through for the single. Hi, buddy, be ready as well, says Andy Mike there in the chat. Hey, buddy, be ready as well. And there says Andy Mike, what am I ready for? Do let me know, Andy. And currently now, Joel is going to be on strike. Cameron Boyce, the bowler, gone for 9 runs so far off his first 3 deliveries, which is not what he would have been after. That's going to be the sweep shot once again out to mid-wicket, in which Sutherland was waiting for and does throw it in for the single. And also we've got there, it is 57 for 1 as well, says Daryl there. So yeah, we have got it now updating to the capabilities that we did need it to at that point in time. But currently now 7.4 overs down, 1 for 57 here for the Hobart Hurricanes. Joel rocks back onto the back foot, cut out through the deep cover region. Once again, just another single. He won't be minding this too much here for boys because he did start with a very expensive ball that did end up going all the way for 6 from Matthew Wade, who's sitting on 27 off 20 compared to Joel, who is sitting there 26 off 20. So both men ticking over quite nicely for themselves. And they could certainly push their way towards that 170, 180 mark. They keep on hitting the ball hard. Joel hit down the ground once again to long off, and that will close out the over of Boyce. Bit expensive for him, 12 for none. And also I'm watching Unstoppable Hollywood movie. As Owen there says, Andy Mike, Unstoppable. I don't think I have seen it that I know of. As well, but anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. There's a triple header tomorrow night. It is going to be the Brisbane Heat. They will be taking on the Sydney Sixers. And that is going to be a relatively early game. Then the Thunder versus the Renegades at the MCG. And then the Stars versus the Hurricanes also at the MCG. And that game, depending on whether or not the Hobart Hurricanes win this game, that might be a decider of who makes it through to the final as well. So it should be very exciting. All of these matches taking place. The only 2 teams that aren't going to be playing tomorrow will actually be, I'm going to have to try and work this out very quickly. It will actually not be the, who's not playing? Who's not playing tomorrow? Adelaide Strikers. Adelaide Strikers do not have a game, and also the Perth Scorchers. They are the two teams. I couldn't think of them for a second there. Now bowling once again, Seymour well bowled. Ended up following Caleb Jewell as he was stepping to leg, and it does end up being the dot. Jewell, once again, he's not happy with the way that it is going at the crease for him. That's the thing. He is a bit of a, I guess you could say, perfectionist in that regard, Jewell. If he misses out on a ball, he gets grumpy. Then it just shows that competitive nature that the man has got for himself as well, but currently hit down the ground, once again ticking over the single. Anyone who hasn't already, be sure to let me know how many runs do you think the Hobart Hurricanes will be able to get in this first innings. It's going to be an interesting one. I said 182 is my prediction at the start. Matthew Wade, Caleb Jewell, they both probably have to keep on up in that run rate if they do want a chance at hitting that once again off the back foot for Matthew Wade, hitting it out to deep point. And Will Sullivan, he's been busy in the last couple overs. But with the spin option, I mean, they've got Zahir Khan, they've got Seymour, they've also got Boyce. They've got 3 options at the spinners. So hopefully they've made the right choice in taking so many spinners to this ground, because or else then it could get them in possibly a little bit of trouble. That's going to be a nice shot from Caleb Jewell. Once again, Will Sullivan. He'll be getting sick of that. He's just had to pick up the ball about 4 times in a row at the moment, but they are just rotating the strike. Although this is very good for the for the Melbourne Renegades. They're not scoring a huge amount of runs per over. If it's just singles that they are getting, they won't be minding it, which is why I feel like Matthew Wade is about to try and swing hard. He advances, he tries to hit it hard, but he does hit it straight back to the bowler. Right, now he'll start getting frustrated. 3 runs so far off the Seymour over. Does he decide to try and go bang and make it a 9-run over? Or do you play it sensibly and maybe just hit the 1? He advances once again. He's hit it down the ground, and a very good over from James Seymour there. Just the 4 runs off at the run rate. Currently ticking over at 7 and over. 63 for 1 here for the Hobart Hurricanes. Just a 1 more over left until we get into the position of the Bash Boost point total. And every point is crucial at this point in time for the Hobart Hurricanes. Even if they lose that game up against the Melbourne Stars, if they get this Bash Boost point and they get the one next game, which is tomorrow, up against the Melbourne Stars, they will still qualify and just sneak ahead of the Melbourne Stars. But it's all going to be coming down to the wire, which I feel like is exactly what people wanted to see. We want to see a close contest, and it could be just that. Although if the Hurricanes, they win tonight, that cuts off any chance of the Melbourne Stars from being able to qualify. 68% chance that the Hobart Hurricanes go on to win this game. Currently, they've got 2 men set with Matthew Wade and Caleb Jewell, almost identical innings for those two. Both sitting there 29 off 23 and 29 off 24. And in fact, when we're talking about identicalness, that's not a word, but talking about being identical, 2 4s, 1 6 for both of these individuals. They're pretty much just copying each other. They're both left-handers as well. They're twins. These two at the moment. Will Sullivan, he got sick of getting that ball out of deep point, so now he has been brought into the bowling attack. It's hit hard by Matthew Wade, though. Piercing the gap beautifully, and that's going to be another 4, which means now Caleb Jewell will need another one to be able to keep on being identical. We have got the Hobart Renegades not bowl well right now. Aaron Finch should think about this stage. Some wicket need for the Renegades, as us says Vishal. And it is very important that you get wickets throughout a T20, but when you've got 2 batsmen who are capable of what Caleb Jewell and Matthew Wade are, it is very much so easier said than done. The predictive has them going up to 163 for the Hobart Hurricanes here. If they do continue at the rate they are, Sutherland whips it to the leg side. Sorry, Wade whips into the leg side. I think they're going to get 2 more of this one. They're very quick between the wickets as well for the Hobart Hurricanes. And Will Sullivan, he's not too happy. Keeps slapping him, boys. And there says Aussie Mozzie. And currently, I mean, Will Sullivan, he's going to be one of those guys that is going to steer down that man who wasn't quite able to get it in for just a single. By the looks of it, but Matthew Wade, he moves up to 35 of 25. We'll be hoping for back-to-back half centuries in this matchup. That's the thing. 50 here as well as 50 tomorrow would be just brilliant form heading into the final with the Hobart Hurricanes. They will be hoping to also propel themselves forward. It's a nice shot once again. And they do just get themselves the single there. I feel like I'm about to sneeze again. I hope I don't, though. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, eyes crossed. What else can you cross? Knees? Cross arms? No, I don't know. There's a lot of things you can really cross when you think about it. Caleb Jewell, he is going to be on strike. These 2 batsmen have been crossing quite a few times between the wickets. Well bowled by Sutherland once again. It looks like they will be running hard. Do they get 2? They just say no. And it's just going to be the single. Oh, Matthew Wade got smacked with the ball there. That's not ideal. Matthew Wade, he's just asking the question. Okay, Matthew Wade just fired up at the moment. So he's been hit on the shoulder blade, and pretty much Matthew Wade, someone must have from the Renegades. Oh no, it's going straight up in the air. Are they going to be able to get him? No. It's just safe for Matthew Wade. But yeah, pretty much someone was saying about the fact that I think they said Matthew Wade should have gotten out of the way. He wasn't actually on the stumps or on the pitch, indeed. He was way out the side. So you can see why he did say. Like they're saying, if he was watching the ball, he would have been able to step out of the way, though. And also, we've got there, is there two batters, or is this two batters still playing in the 14 to 16 over? That huge run mountain build for these two as well. Yeah, it could be a good chance if they do end up just rebuilding this partnership from the early Mcdermott wicket. We've already actually seen about 50. That's a shot there. Nicely whipped away to the leg side by Jewel, and that will close out the 10th over. And now it is 76 for 1. So that's going to be a good total to try and chase down for the Renegades. And hey, as well, says Ellie Hills, welcome into the live stream. G'day. Says Sports Nut as well. Hope you are doing well, mate. Currently 10 overs down, 76 for 1. Aaron Finch, he is under pressure. Will Sutherland, his first over goes for 13 runs. No wickets falling as well for that man. Also, we're there. How's your car going as well? And there says the pie eater. My car is in like the one that had the windscreen repaired. Is it that one, the pie eater? Do let me know. Other than that, my car overall, it's just sitting out there, I think. Oh, it's the family car, so I'll drive it every once in a while. But currently, we are just waiting to see whether or not we are going to see 175 plus total. And welcome and hope you're well. As says Betty Wagon there. But currently, Matthew Wade just getting a little bit of a drink at the drinks break. He was fired up earlier on with the fact that the ball ended up hitting him off the throw. So he wasn't too happy with the way that it went. I think it was actually Zach Evans did end up throwing that one. But no, Nick Manison for this match. Did you put gas in it as well? And then says the pie eater, did you put gas in it? Are we talking about, is this for the cricket? Because they are going to be going rather than that one that was recently. They decided that instead South Africa versus New Zealand would be the good matchup. I assume that's the one that we're talking about, the pie eater. This is very vague at the moment. At the moment now, they are just showing catch in the first match of the BBL. It was Fraser McGurk taking an absolutely outstanding one-handed catch. I don't think there's a catch that will beat that throughout the season, although there are a whole heap of very good ones. Diving catch from Sean Abbott as well. And also halfway through, 76 for 1. Next 10 overs, definitely 90 to 100 runs made by the Hurricanes. As well says for show, and that's the thing. They've still got the power surge. As thanks to Yamake, how about you? And also Hamish Kim Black Cats delay their tour to Australia, as all the test players should be available for South Africa. After South Africa for tour, we need tough fight from New Zealand and win also against Australia. Can it happen? As well as this coding, they are talking about possibly delaying it at the moment. And I believe that is due to the fact that it may be just a little bit too tricky to be able to really, I guess, it's a tricky one because they haven't got quarantine spots. That's exactly why the New Zealand 7 sides haven't gone to Malaga, Spain, because they aren't going to be able to get back, unfortunately, due to kind of the quarantine restrictions and MIQ type thing. But currently now, boys, be bowling once again outside of the off stump. Matthew Wade hits hard, and they do get themselves a single. Currently ticking over quite nicely here for the Hobart Hurricanes. They did have a little bit of a slower start. And also, did you put petrol in your car? As what I'm saying as well. And there's the pie eater. So I haven't put it in yet, but once I do see my parents to Christchurch, I will be. If that's the question. I assume. Why, did you steal some petrol out of my car, the pie eater? Is that what's going on? Caleb Jewell, 36 of 26. 34 of 26. And that is going to be Pearce in the outfield. Once again, running hard between the wickets. They just get the one, though. And now Matthew Wade. The partnership moves up to 65 of 48 deliveries, or 66 of 48, and 150 plus as well. Says Roman there. It's probably a decent shout in that regard, 15 bro. And there as well says Rashid Del Khan. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. As I'll welcome into the live stream, mate. It's going to be hit back straight to Cameron Boyce's hands. He's been bowling decently. I'd say that Seymour's been the pick of the spin bowler so far, which is something we don't normally say. Because when you've got Cameron Boyce, and you have also got Zia Khan. I don't have a car. As us is the pie eater there. I'll be a bit wide from Boyce, but Matthew Wade decides to chase it down to long off for the single. Currently up to 1 for 79. These two ticking over very nicely. If they take the power surge, I would recommend taking it in the next over. I feel like that's the perfect opportunity to really build yourself up. See whether or not you can work your way towards. I mean, it's an interesting one. You want to work your way towards at least 165, 170 here. And it's going to be up in the air from Caleb Jewell. I don't think he's got enough. It's going to be a catching opportunity, and Layla takes it. And because of that, now Caleb Jewell here is going to be out 35 of 28 deliveries, and that is the wicket that they did not want just before possibly taking the power surge as well. Caleb Jewell, he's going to be gone. It was a good partnership up to that point, about 67 runs for those two. But now I believe they'll either send out Josh Khan or Darcy Short as the next man who makes his way out there. But Cameron Boyce standing up, giving it a little bit of extra height. Then from there, Caleb Jewell dropped down to the knee, tried to play the pull shot, or tried to play the sweep shot, sorry. Ends up going out, gets 35 runs for himself, but he is now on his way. 28 balls, and also we've got there, I'm doing good, thanks. So it says Betty Wagon. Currently 3 4s, 1 6, still identical with Matthew Wade. In that regard, am I reading the table right? Hobart seals final playoff spot for a win as well. Yes, they do indeed. So pretty much at this point in time, even if, that's the thing, there's still a chance that they could make it through even with losing this game. If they lose this game and also lose their next game but get a bash boost point in both games, I believe they still qualify higher than the Melbourne Stars. But if they win both their games, the Sydney Sixers lose to the Heat and also the Thunder lose to the Renegades, that would actually mean that the Hobart Hurricanes get a home final, which would be exactly what they are after, I would think. But it is going to be hit down the ground nicely by Matthew Wade, trying to pierce the field and continuing into the 40s now. By that, man, we have got 100% on the chat. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. Currently, Caleb Jewell, the last wicket to fall here for the Hobart Hurricanes. So a very good over from Cameron Boyce. Only 4 runs of it and the wicket. And now Darcy Short has made his way out to the crease. So they have still got Josh Khan. I think they're dropping him down the order a little bit more. They've still got Tim David. They've got Peter Hanscom. Both guys who can bat very well. I'm just looking through that bowling attack. They have got Tom Rogers, Riley Meredith, Sandeep Lavashane, Jordan Thompson. This is going to be a tough side to be able to score a lot of runs against. But at the moment, the Renegades, they might as well go out there. They've got nothing to lose here. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see exactly how it ends up going. But see here, Khan now moving back to his mark, getting ready to go once again. 17 runs off the first two overs of Zahir Khan. Something we don't normally see from him. He's normally very economical, which is why him versus Short here could be a good battle. I feel like might be able to rip it through him. Currently hit out to deep cover once again. Just the 1 run for them. Just ticking over very nicely here. The Hobart Hurricanes trying to rebuild that partnership. Mr. Squeals is down the mode and stop moving the bloody robot. As Sebastian calls Stuart Broad. And the robot, they became friends at one point in time, but it's going to be one that hangs around for a little while, isn't it? As a little bit of a gift / meme. And also the stone was used in curling game in New Zealand Play the Sports or not as well. We don't actually have, I don't think we've got a professional curling team that I know of, but I've played curling. I've gone curling before, I should say. And that was actually a couple hours south, I believe it is, that we did end up going. And it is going to be, I mean, it's very fun. To be fair, you just end up sweeping and also kind of sliding along. But me and Isaac, we went curling for a school project type thing or a school trip a little while ago, and good partnership going on here as well. And there from David the Mind, yeah, if they can rebuild the one that Matthew Wade and Darcy Short, Matthew Wade and Caleb Jewell were able to build up, I think that's been given as a wide for Zahir Khan. Yes, it has. With Matthew Wade at the moment, he's fired up out there. I think it's ever since he got hit with the ball, he's gone, you know what? I'm just going to try and keep on smacking this ball around. If he gets a 50 here, if he even works his way towards around that 85, maybe even 90 run mark here for Matthew Wade, the team will certainly have a lot of capabilities. Right, he stepped right across for that one. Oh, so that is very harsh with the fact that Matthew Wade moved right over for that one. Now Matthew Wade's still on strikes there. He puts that one a little bit better. And it is going to be going to deep point for once again. Oh, okay. So they're saying because he moved after, that is why it was considered as the wide, I believe. And also it's a good sport. If you miss sweeping with a broom as well, I never got around that sport as well. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. It's a little bit of a you might feel like you're doing a chore while you're out there, but it's a tricky one, but it's also quite fun at the same time. Same with like your lawn bowls, same as cornhole, all those kind of miniature games that are decent to play when you do get the opportunity. And I do recommend if anyone does get the opportunity to have a go, be sure to give it a go. See how you go at it as well. I know that it's a weird feeling. It's kind of like bowling in terms of the fact that you've got the special shoes on that stop you from slipping and sliding all over the place. It's going to be nicely done once again. Hit down to the ground. I've just realized curling have like special shoes to stop you slipping. Should people who work like near slippery areas have them? Probably not. I feel like I'm overthinking that way too much. The economy normally to the left-hander is 6.38 here, compared to the 7.92 for the right-hander batsman. Both of these men are left-handed, though. That is a little bit of trouble for Zahir Khan. Or actually, that's actually beneficial for Zahir Khan. Well, once again, going out into the deep. And it is going to be a relatively quiet over for Zahir. Couple wides in a row, but finishes with the 7 runs off. And also, ice was invented for ice hockey, mate. Having played it when I was younger, I can't really associate it with anything else, as last says Sebastian. See, I mean, ice skating for me, I just normally end up spending more time lying on the ground than actually being up there. No chance for the Renegades, as well, says Luke. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, definitely with the Hobart Hurricanes, knowing how close they are. Andrew Simon and also Michael Hussey just having a little bit of a discussion on commentary. It seems like he's getting relatively heated in the commentary box. Okay, so they are just explaining that one of whether or not it should have been a wide for that last delivery for Matthew Wade. Currently now it is going to be Seymour will be bowling. Currently 0 off 12. And also we have got there, I think that this game saw first in Winter Olympic. That's it. So I asking you as well, I would actually quite like to do some of the Winter Olympics when it does come around as well. It would be kind of cool. Kind of see a bit more of it, seeing as I haven't watched too much of it in recent years. It would be interesting. What's the best Winter Olympic sport, ladies and gentlemen, to watch? I will ask that question. What one would you like to see us possibly do some commentary for on the channel, or just a watch along? Maybe not even serious commentary, just a little chat while it's going on. Sentences are hard today, I've realized. I'm putting not too many of them together at this point in time, but now Seymour, once again, bowling a short hit down the ground. It's a good little spell here for the Hurricanes. They're not really going too quickly, but they're also just rebuilding that partnership so that they can go bang once they get to the power surge, which I would say is only 1 or 2 overs away. I don't think you want to wait too much longer for that one. Currently now, Matthew Wade, 44. Oh, he steps across the stumps. It's hit nicely to the leg side, and that is going to be racing away for the 4 runs. It's another slog sweep from Matthew Wade. At the moment, he moves up onto 48 off 36, snowboarding or ice skating as on there, says Robert. Yeah, because I would have to learn some terms, wouldn't I? Sebastian, you've got a lot of snow in Romania, don't you? And also we have got the Air of My Town Ice Hockey as a regulation. Our hockey team is worshipped in the whole country by the hockey community, and I've even seen more people getting bullied for not being able to skate as well. So I would not go well in Romania by the sounds of it, because I used to love one of those frames, you know, the ones that you can hang on to. They help you stay on your feet. I think it's just kind of like the coordination, not so much as like he was almost slipping over the barrier, and then his friend almost flipped him right over there. Or that was close to the outside edge. Yeah, I think it's just the getting past the factor of, right, if I'm going a little bit quicker, like it does mean that, yes, I'm going to crash harder, but theoretically I don't want to crash. So I think it's same with skiing, same with anything that you do get a little bit of pace. You just got to trust yourself that you're not going to crash. Whereas this was like year 3 or something at school. So I was probably like 8. I was working on the theory, right, if I'm going to crash, I want to crash slow so that I don't absolutely just destroy myself. But maybe I should have just full steamed ahead it straight into the barrier Said thanks very much for coming and watching the Jamaican bobsleigh team. Or watching the Jamaican bobsleigh team, Hamish, as well, says David the Mod. So yeah, I'm hoping we do get to cover quite a bit. Ski jumping is a fantastic game. Look high on the sky and then land on the snow, as well, says Vishal. Because I know that when it's the Winter Olympics starting up, I'm going to quickly... I've got a huge list of all of the upcoming events that are happening around the world. Where are we? Upcoming events, here we go. We've got the FIFA World Cup, all sorts. Commonwealth Games, that's not the one we're after. We are after the Winter Olympics that I don't actually have on the list. There you go. When is the Winter Olympics? That's actually coming up relatively soon, isn't it? It's a tough sport. It's not just the skating, it's handling the stick and controlling the puck at the same time and building attacking phases or defending. It requires a lot of skill. Yeah, I don't think I could ever play ice hockey. I could probably hardly even play field hockey, to be fair. Tell you what, you got the tactical mind, Sebastian. Maybe who knows if I do a Winter Olympics hockey game, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we get a little bit of a co-commentary thing going. Currently, Matthew Wade currently sitting there, 48 runs off 48 runs off 38 deliveries. They are just showing that catch once again of Zach Evans off Mcdermott. It was absolutely phenomenally done. If he stopped running at any stage, he wouldn't have been able to reach out and get that one. It just shows how much ground he had to cover to be able to take that catch as well. But Zach Evans currently, he's bowled one over. He's gone for 7 runs. Now, I believe it was actually him who threw the ball at Matthew Wade accidentally in the earlier stages. So will he be able to pick up Matthew Wade before he gets to the 50 mark? Nope. Because Matthew Wade, oh wait, that's not carried. He's got him. And that's going to be Matthew Wade gone. 48. He is going to be gone for. And that was the power surge that they did decide to take as well. But Matthew Wade is going to be gone off 48 deliveries. He's not happy with himself, Matthew Wade. I swear he got all of that one for a start. The way that it went up, and then it did end up just carrying straight to the man. He knew straight away, Matthew Wade. And Zahir Khan able to take it beautifully. And that is now the 3rd wicket down for the Hobart Hurricanes. Currently, they are still sitting there with a 70% chance of being able to win this match, even though they have lost their 3 wickets, just short of the half century as well. And there says, it was Sebastian and Jamaica said, sent a bobsled team to the 88 Winter Olympics. They made a movie about it. It's Cool Runnings, isn't it? If I'm not wrong. And that is the one that we did. Actually, we had to watch it for PE at school because they were teaching us about teamwork and everything along those lines. And also, we've got any substitutes. I don't believe either sides have made any changes for the X Factor players at this point in time. So the Hurricanes, they didn't decide to bring anyone in. And also the Renegades, they had the option of Mitch Perry or also Braden Stephen. Stephen, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. It might just be Stephen, though, to be fair. But they decided against using him for this one. So I think everyone is still out there that did start the match as well. How do you like ski or not as well, says Vishal. I enjoy watching ski. I'm not so good at skiing myself, but I have been skiing once. I went on the beginner slope, and then when I thought about just about going up to the amateur slope, or like the next level up, the advanced slope, I think it was, someone got wheeled past me on the stretcher because they had smashed into a shed on the advanced slope. I was like, don't really mind the beginner slope, to be honest, and I stayed there for the rest of the day. Come on, the Canes as well, with the AU and the hearts from Rafferty there. And the chat, but anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are going to be back for the finals where we will get to see the Hobart Hurricanes in action if they finish this game with a win. And it should be a very exciting game at that, because that's the thing. They've been a side that I think not too many people have been looking at hugely this year in terms of everyone's been talking about the Scorchers, the Sixers. But this team here, the Hobart Hurricanes, they have got the potential of going on and winning it. Tom Rogers been absolutely outstanding for them in the bowling department. Darcy Short does end up in the boundary there, and that is something that he has been lacking. That's a no ball. I think that's going to be a no ball of Zach Evans if they have another look at it. Done very nice, Darcy Short, but he has been struggling to get that strike rate ticket over. Okay, it's not a no ball. Or is it? No, it's not. Okay, never mind. The moment now, 3 for 102 here for the Hobart Hurricanes. Zach Evans once again running into the crease to the left-hander. They've got a lot of left-handers as well when you think about it. They've got 4 left-handers all at the top of the order. Oh, sorry, actually The other man, Mcdermott, is a right-hander. How many points does the team get for a win, Hamish, as well? And there says David, so they do get 3 points for the win, 1 extra point for the bash boost point, and then you do get yourself, so a total of 4 points for a win if you do get the bash boost point as well, or you can just get the 3 and the losing team can get the 1. Tim David at the moment warming up a little bit. Riley Meredith, he's looking at him. He's lost his mustache. Someone stole it from Riley Meredith. He's had it for so long. There's also one. Says about 30 there. Currently now Evans bowling the 14th over of this matchup. Needs to put it in the right place. That was not the right place. That's going to be racing away for 4. Just a little bit too leg side-ish. A rough finish to the over for Evans. And an over that he did start off by taking the wicket of Matthew Wade. And also no 4. A 1 for the bash and 3 for the win. 1 for the bash boost point as on there. Says Rafferty. So yeah, you can get yourself a total of 4 points. And even if you lose, you can get the maximum of 1 point for yourself if you do end up receiving that bash boost. Which currently on the table, I mean, every point is crucial. And currently I am just going to be looking, I believe the Hobart Hurricanes, so if they even receive the bash boost point here, they might have enough of their points differential to not get beaten by the Melbourne Stars. That was a big yawn. Right, so the table at the moment is sitting 41 points for the Perth Scorchers. They have no games left alongside the Adelaide Strikers, who have qualified for the next stage. But currently the Stars, they are 2 points behind the Hurricanes. So pretty much the points differential will be absolutely crucial for the Melbourne Stars in that last game up against the Hobart Hurricanes. If they beat them and they beat them badly, they might be able to overtake them. But that's only if the Hobart Hurricanes do not win this game. If they win this game, then the Stars' hopes making it through to the final will be over alongside the Renegades and the Heat, who are definitely not going to be able to make it through. They've both got games tomorrow, though, that could change up, where the finals are sitting good shot down the ground from short straight to the man at mid-off, though. Doesn't quite pierce the field there. This is the second over of the power surge, and they will have another 5 overs, 30 balls worth to be able to just go after it, see how many runs they can get for themselves in a short period of time. So here, Khan pitches it up. It's going to be in the air from Darcy. Short struck it beautifully, though. It's going to be another 4 runs with the lofted cover drive. And Short, he's looking like he's finding his form just at the right time of this competition, because he is sitting there, out there at the moment, sitting on 17 of 11 deliveries, 2 4s. He just keeps on going and going. There's actually Sri Lanka versus Zimbabwe taking place tonight at 10 p.m., which is now. So it has actually started for that one. We'll have to wait and see how that match goes, because I know that at the moment, Sri Lanka is probably one country that unfortunately we aren't actually able to cover their games on the channel. That is due, pulled out very late there for Darcy Short. But yeah, that is because of the copyright system. It does end up getting us copyright struck from a big channel in Sri Lanka who don't like other people doing the games. So because of that, it means that I probably will have to miss out on the Australia versus Sri Lanka T20 series that is around the corner, which is a shame because I was looking forward to doing those ones. So perhaps we end up doing them, but we just do them as a private live stream or something along those lines, that maybe it's a member only, something along those lines, so that people can't see it unless they are a member. Might be the way to go. And we could just all have a chat during it. Apparently, what's Darcy Short done here? I think he's got a sore thumb. Oh, no, he collided. He actually ended up running straight into the man at the non-strikers end, Thompson. And like he said, I think he's got a bat in his sternum there for Darcy Short. Gee, what is that? Okay. Roy at the moment on commentary has got himself a cheeseburger. I don't know where that's come from. The commentators are all just eating food at this point. Don't Michael Hussey having a chip. Mel Jones, she said she's got a drink, so she turned it down. Currently now, Thompson going to be on strike. 4 runs off his first delivery. He's just gone out there to swing a little bit. It's once again pierced the field. This is going to be at least 2 runs. Cameron Boyce having a chase after this one, just returning from injury. So that's a pretty decent throw overall, but they will be able to get back for the nice 3 runs. Now Darcy Short will have the strike. 4 more as well, says it over in there. And currently the collision between the two men. Oh, he ends up kind of getting it straight into his sternum. Like they said, his own bat ended up smacking him there. And also we got that Southern theory. If the Canes win with the maximum points 4, they will be 4th equal with the Strikers, remembering that the Strikers are an extra game ahead. Says David the Mod exactly right. So if they even get 1 point, they will be able to qualify a little bit higher for the next one for the Canes. So pretty much I will try and do a little bit of quick maths off the top of my head as well. So theoretically, really, I see Bowl once again from the here come. They're just continuing to show Andrew Simons on the commentary, just scoffing down on a cheeseburger. But currently, so the Scorchers, no one can take that first place position away from them. But the Hurricanes, if they win this game, they can actually overtake the Sixers and the Thunder on paper. But more than likely, if they win this game, they will be able to overtake the Strikers, which will then mean that they still actually have to play the Strikers for the playoff game. It will just be a home final rather than the away final for them for that matchup. But the games for the finals are going to be at 9:15 p.m. New Zealand time. I believe the first one is going to be actually this weekend. Some stage, I think it is actually Friday night. Then we got one on Saturday, then one on Sunday, then one on Monday. Something along those lines. And then Wednesday and Friday, I think. And that is wrong. One moment. We will get the exact dates for you. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. All of the times that they are going to be taking place. And we already know that the Scorchers, they are going to be in the qualifying final. Whoever they play off against will be in second. And whoever wins that one goes straight through to the final. Yes, I want them to get run right ahead of them. So we are 4th as well. There's a 30, and there's a good chance that they will be able to do so because they like to play the game at plenty of pace. And even if they don't get themselves ahead in the net run rate, as long as they get some form of point up against the Stars next week, they should be able to overtake them. But Matthew Wade at the moment, sitting there, 48 runs he did get for himself. Under Canes tailing by 4 points as well, says David the Mod. They are indeed. So if they get themselves the win here, they will be sitting on 28 points also if they get the Bash Boost point, which they set a very good total for that Bash Boost point. They were able to get themselves up to about 76, so then they just need the one more. I'm confusing myself at the moment now that I think about it. So we'll get there. They are actually 2 games ahead. This game isn't done. It's last sort of 30. And there, yeah. So pretty much they've only played 12 games, the Hobart Hurricanes. So they have still got one extra game after this one, which is going to be up against the Melbourne Stars. That one's gone straight up in the air. It's taken nicely by Sam Harper. And now Jordan Thompson, he's going to be on his way. 3 balls faced, or actually 4 balls faced there, and 10 runs almost for Thompson. Not quite able to bring up the double figures. He got himself 9. The run rate's still going at 7.68 here for the Hobart Hurricanes. And as Thompson out as well, he has indeed hit it straight up in the air. Straight into the hands of Sam Harper. That one went about 2 meters. And tell you what, Cameron Boyce at the moment, he was fired up for that one. You don't normally see too much emotion out of that man. He just does a little fist bump, says, yeah, boy, that is what we wanted. And now it is going to be Jordan Thompson making his way off the field. He's angry at himself as well. Jordan Thompson, he got some very bright gloves, I do see, for the Hobart Hurricanes, but now making his way out there. Tim David, now we know that this man can hit sixes. We know that he's got the power. We know that he's got wicket-taking ability with the ball in hand as well. But Jordan Thompson, as soon as he hit that one, he knew that he was in trouble. And the thing is, there could have been a run out on as well if he had dropped that one, depending on whether or not they wanted to try run all the way down. But Tim David now, strike rate of 150 so far throughout this BBL. I swear this chair gets comfier the later it is in the night. But I'm way too low here. But I'm going to sit here for this over. The next 3 balls. G'day, as I says Xavier Brown. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you're doing well. Nicely bowled as well. And 10 overs, 78 runs. And then next 5 overs, 47 runs. This could be controlled by Renegades here. And there says Vishal. But Tim David currently facing 1 delivery. Not able to get off the mark as of yet. But Boyce has been pretty economical throughout his overs. That's an absolute ripper of a delivery there from Boyce. Got it to spin, got it to bounce off marble surface. And what did Mcdermott make as well? He only got 3 runs for himself. Then it was an absolute screamer from Zach Evans, who was able to take the catch. It was a very good one. Will be played on the highlights for a little while as well. Also coming back from training as well. Oh, first training in a while, Xavier, I think it is, for yourself. I remember you saying, how did it go? Did you have a bit of trouble with the lungs in terms of having to try and run around for the first time in a little while. What did it go all right? And not 47 again in 5. It's now like 10 per over, bro. So else is it a 30 there. I mean, they can do it though. Tim David, we need to remember that man's got power. 6-6-6 is something that he has been able to do in the past as well for Tim David. Jordan Thompson there just losing his wicket, hitting it straight up into the air. Cameron Boyce picks up. That important one. They're just showing the replay a few more times. Sam Harpy takes a catch. At the moment now, Tim David, 1 off 3 balls, and also both of them called English team an embarrassment and gutless the other day. Wow, as well, says David the Mod. Yeah, it's going to be tough for England. Like, I do feel bad for Joe Root because he's going to be getting the kind of brunt of it. But he was probably one of the better players in this series. Like, captaincy aside, that was a good ball from Layla just outside of the off stump. Yeah, captaincy aside, he was still one of the players who was able to get some runs on the ball for them. But they just needed more men to step up in the crucial moments of those games. Also, we've got their fitness was all right. Could be better as well, says Xavier Brown. I guess it's something that will slowly improve throughout the season for yourself. That's going to be off the edge over the top for Tim David. And that is going to be flying down to third men. And that is going to be the 4 runs there. Josh Layla a little bit disappointed with the fact that that first ball, it was just a beautiful delivery outside of the bat. And then from there, Tim David, big outside edge over the top of the man who was in close on the circle. He does end up getting the 4 runs. Tim David, he swings that hard with the ball, like off the bat, that it's going to be flying to the boundary no matter what normally. Unless he does decide to play a block, then he's probably only getting a couple for it because that man has got plenty of power. Bang! That one's gone. And there is going to be 6 runs there for Tim David, almost on the second tier. And he's actually managed to do a trick shot and have that ball come right back down onto the field after hitting it up there. Yeah, but wicket in hands. You don't think 12 to 15 runs? Come here now. So this was an absolutely massive shot from Tim David. Strikes it beautifully. And that one, yeah, somehow got a lucky bounce that it did come back down. Layla gives him a full toss, hits it down the ground. And he will be just taking the single. He's not that quick between the wickets, Tim David, but he certainly makes up for it for the power that the man has. Reminds me a bit of Chris Gale in that regard of not very quick, but certainly can swing a bat fast. And that is how you get yourself plenty of runs. But I would say that one went about 106. If I had to guess it, they probably won't show it just yet in terms of the distance, but I would say it was quite a large one. Indeed, that is going to be well bowled. They do take the single and they do get through nicely. But they wonder who's getting points. Who's getting points? Way this one's going as well, says Robert. Oh, that's a good question. I know that we've still got another 3 overs left. So it's probably a little bit early to tell. We've still got another 19 balls left of this one. I'll have a look in the last over and see how we are sitting in terms of who is going to be right up there. But currently, anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We've got plenty more BBL action, including the finals that are coming up just around the corner. They will be on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then Wednesday, and then the final, the grand final. It is going to be next Friday. That'll be nicely played there by Tim David. Once again, out through cover, got plenty of power, plenty of precision as well, but that one's going straight out to deep cover for the single. Close out the over. He will retain the strike, and it is 13 runs off the over of Tim David. We have got there as well about the wickets in hand side of it. And if they do play this one strategically, they've still got Peter Hanscom. They've still got Josh Khan. Those 2 men can go out there and still hit boundaries. So I feel like Tim David knows that at this point in time, he needs to just pretty much swing. So I'm hoping we do get to see how big that 6 was, though, from Tim David, because it looked pretty massive. Just ends up playing it nicely. Getting underneath it. Oh, okay, they said 85, 90 meters for that 6. I thought it was 106. I think I got a little bit carried away there for that one. But Darcy Shaw and Tim David building up a nice partnership here between these two. 13 off 8 and also 21 off 16 currently. So both men going at more than that strike rate that they do require to be able to get towards that 160 mark, perhaps. Tim David once again swings hard through the line. He hasn't quite. Yes, he does. He has got all of it just. And Tim David hits another 6. That man's just got too much power, too much size to him as well. Cameron Boyce just a little bit too short. He rocks back Tim David and gets himself another 6 runs. 3 games tomorrow. Heat versus Sixers first game. Strikers versus Thunder. Or actually, it must be Renegades versus Thunder. And then we have also got their Stars versus Hobart. Yeah, that is going to be the final game. I know that the Strikers, they have finished their 14, But the Renegades, I believe they still have the one more. Going to be playing that one quite sensibly there. Oh, it's a misfield though. And they will be able to get back for the 2 runs now, which means David will retain the strike, which is the last thing you want to see when you're Cameron Boyce at this point in time, because the man's just hitting it everywhere. He's a very strong individual. Tim David as well, I should mention, which is why he's able to kind of make light work of most deliveries, although Cameron Boyce getting the dot there. Try and put the pressure back on just a little bit more. Oh, short ball. Or not short ball, sorry. Well pitched up delivery. That's too short. That's gone once again from Tim David, and he hits himself another 6. Catch almost taken in the Marvel crowd, but not quite able to get it. That is already a total of 14 runs of the first 4 balls of Boyce's over. Tim David's going bang the way that he always does in the early stages as well. Currently, 11 4s, 5 6s in this innings. Tim David's got 3 of them, and he's only been at the crease for 12 balls. It just shows you it doesn't take too many balls to warm up. Get ready to go. He's just rocking back. They cannot give that man a nice bit of bounce on the ball, or else he gets underneath and he smacks it hard, and he is ticking over very nice 6s indeed. Oh, he tries to absolutely mammoth that one. Tim David missed it though, and it will just be the single. He moves up onto 28 runs off 13 deliveries now for Tim David. Very impressive little late surge from the Hobart Hurricanes. And also, Hamish Bro, I have a nice idea. You note down the all prediction score at all predictors on paper and who's leading at this stage, and get them point and finally declared the name list as well. Says Michelle, I was actually thinking about that last night because I was going to put it on the Discord, kind of who was sitting where. And then I was thinking about it, and do I wait until the final and have it as a surprise? Like kind of halfway through the final in the middle break, kind of let you guys know who is all sitting where in the first, second, and third type thing. Just to have it as a little bit of a suspenseful build-up at the end of the season. As I was thinking about it. I was adding up the points last night, and then I got through about 3 names, and then I was like, hang on, do I wait so that it is a surprise and see exactly kind of who is able to sneak the win at the end, perhaps, of the season? Also, yeah, mate, I'm loving it as well. And there says David the Mod for the 3 games that are going to be on tomorrow, and it is going to be absolutely awesome to see those 3 matches in play. We're going to be hopefully having not just myself, but also my mum will be joining me for at least one of those live streams, I believe, that we will be covering on the channel. They all go for about 3.5 hours, but we are going to be here every single time that we have got a game on. And if not, then we will be there for the next one because the voice will not be existing at times. But I can tell you guys, I guarantee we are there for all of the finals games that are going to be taking place. Now, Zach Evans, he's bowled 2 overs. He's gone for 18 runs. Whatever, Hamish, all good with me, mate. That's a good idea. And there says David the Mod, nicely racing away to the boundary. He does get it all the way. And that is going to be another 4 runs. This is ticking over very nicely here for the Hobart Hurricanes. We always got it's Renegades and Thunder at the MCG Marvels last game. Gabba, first game as well. And they got back-to-back at the MCG. And then the Gabba is going to be in charge of that Brisbane Heat versus Sydney Sixers game. And that will be a good game to watch because I feel like the Brisbane Heat at this point in time, they got nothing to lose. So they might as well just go out there, play with their hearts, see whether or not they can pull off an upset. Because that's the thing, if the Renegades beat the Thunder and the Sixers beat the Heat, and both of those sides don't receive a bonus point, then the Hobart Hurricanes, if they win this game with their Bash Boost and win against the Stars with the Bash Boost, can actually qualify second. And then they've got themselves a little bit further through this competition. Good shot down the ground once again, Pierce in the field. There's not enough fielders out there at the moment. Darcy Short now gets himself some more runs, and they tick up to 157. Still 10 balls left. This game is changing big time, and the pressure is all on that man, Aaron Finch. 78% chance that the Hobart Hurricanes will be able to go on and get themselves a win here. That would be absolutely massive for them if they were able to do so. It's just hit down the ground nicely by Darcy Short. And Zach Evans, he's been expensive, but he has also been able to pick up the wicket away and also take a phenomenal catch of Mcdermott as well. Currently now, it's going to be ready to go. Now, Zach Evans, 2 back-to-back boundaries of his first 2 balls. Where does he put this one for Darcy Short? Full toss. That one's gone. You can't bowl Darcy Short a full toss unless you want to have to go looking for the ball. And that one has gone right into the crowd. As well, 6 more runs as well to help the Camel to Hamish as well. I was thinking the Commodore, and then I realized that it's a Camel. I appreciate that a lot, David, mate. Thank you very much. And yeah, it's getting closer and closer, to be honest. It's been flying by in terms of the, I guess, the funds that all of a sudden never existed. But yeah, hopefully we will be able to get one sometime before Super Rugby, I think will be the goal. I feel like that would be a pretty awesome one to be able to do. If we can get it before Super Rugby, I would be extremely happy with that. I saw that that from both of them. As I said, that we can boost ourselves on our white ball performance all we want. Test cricket is the oldest format of cricket. It's much tradition. I wish the lads have been embarrassed. As on there, yeah, I got to feel bad for England. They've got the man back now. And that is going to be just kept to the single as well. Okay, they can get wickets now, as I said, not one way. I'll check what Nov Mum's prediction was. 164. Okay, so they just need a few more wickets there. It will be bang on the money, Nov Mum. And I was like, sorry, I was spelling be terrible. No worries at all, mate. I knew what you meant. I feel like that's one thing that I've learned. It's kind of like from the YouTube chat, I've been able to work out what things say, even though like this one's not bad at all. This is Cam order. Like some of them have like random letters and random places from people, and I have no idea what it should say, but then I work it out just from having to read like quite a few. So I guess reading books is a good thing. And then some dot balls as well. And great, this is the second time I look good. I think got screwed as well, says Betty Wagan. So you got to blame the Melbourne Renegades bowling there for that one. I'll ask you the question, David, as well. Who is this? And where did he come from? And is it from a show or something along those lines? Why has he got such a long finger? As we were talking about it, and we were saying that he would be pretty good at the leg spin or off spin deliveries if he was a bit of a bowler. But the Hurricanes, the way they are sitting, they are just above the line, which is going to be the team's missing out. It's leg side. Tim David, another 4 runs for the Hobart Hurricanes to close out the over. They move up now onto 170 runs for the Hobart Hurricanes. My 182 is not looking too bad here, to be honest, although it's probably looking a little bit low, to be fair. Who else have we got? We've got 179. CJ, we have got there also 189 from LJ, 182 from myself, 180 from Aiden, 185 from Shannon, 187 from Brandon and Aussie Mozzie, and also 187 from Brandon. Oh, actually, Shannon changed it to 170. So he did have 185, and also we got the towards fish and chips as well. Says, right, thank you very much, mate. We actually had fish and chips tonight, which was very nice indeed. And also, dang, no points for me as well. Says, no, mum, although you're an absolute just genius when it comes to the second innings normally. I'll put a lot of pressure on you there, haven't I, with that statement? But normally you're very good again in that one. Kind of for that second innings. My mum was very impressed. Anyway, and why is that? Of course, because mothers know best. That is why. And we aren't looking so good no more. As I said, Betty Wagan for no mum. And also, no way the Renegades will chase this down total or chase down this total, says Sebastian. Yeah, it's just ended up running away too far. They need Aaron Finch at the top of the order to just go bang, 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 bang as well. But now it will be Josh Layla bowling the final over of this matchup for always advanced. It's gone straight up in the air for Darcy. Short taken, and he is going to be gone now. Good ball from Layla. I think it was a slower delivery, and that is now going to be 170. Sean Marsh able to get that X4 force player. Razor was the coach as well. And there says, it was Xavier Brown. I'm good if I don't. I get screwed as well. And there says Betty Wagan, because you said 100, and what did you say, Betty Wagan? One moment, we'll go up. 161. And so on there, yeah, it's a bit of a sci-fi nerd, or I'm a bit of a sci-fi nerd. Star Trek, Star Wars, you name it, and Treat by Aliens as well. Says David the Mod. Have you seen the movie? What's the one? What's the movie with the alien? It's kind of a comedy. Paul? Have you seen Paul? You're probably not into that kind of alien movie more than likely. And also, Xavier, by the way, I did actually check out your first video on your channel last night. I did remember that I did have it on my watch later, and I did give it a look, and I'm excited to see what you do on your channel in the future, mate. Sounds like a lot of sports. Well, that sounds of it. Also, now the wicket come on. As I says, Betty Wagan, I also missed the point. My score is 168. As I says, Michelle there, my 170 is dead on. As I says, Robert, although we have still got 5 more balls. A wicket made in here would be absolutely phenomenal. And Paul is a great movie, as I says, Betty Wagan there. But currently now, Tim David, he is going to be on strike. So this could just ruin everyone's predictions right now, depending on how hard this man hits the ball. Sitting on 34 of 15 deliveries. The crowd boo him a little bit, but I think there was someone. Well, Tim David, I think he was just checking the field. He did take a little bit longer to be able to work it out as well. But the current run rate, it was only going at about 7, but now it's 8.87 for that run rate, which is absolutely phenomenal. Currently 3 men deep on the leg side. And also look at there. Yes, I've seen Paul, E.T., etc. as well. And then there says David the Mod. See, I feel like that's one thing. I feel like I haven't seen too many alien movies. Have you seen Aliens in the Attic? I remember that one as a child. Was a decent one to watch. Probably not the best representation of aliens, that's for sure. It's a full toss. You can't bowl there. You got to make it bounce. He's just hit it for another 6, Tim David, and he moves up to 40. E.T. was also good, as us says Betty Wagon, but that is another 6 for Tim David. He's sitting on 40 runs of 16 deliveries. This man just changes the game in an instant for his side. He just smashes it everywhere. He's already hit a total of 4 sixes in this innings. That's 24 runs off 4 balls that Tim David has been able to add to the kind of tally for his side. But the bad news for the Hobart Hurricanes is I believe he is actually going back soon. Oh, it's a better ball from Josh Layla. We have got their Monsters Inc. Have you seen that as well? I have indeed. Very good movie as well. Have they got more than one? They have, haven't they? Monsters Inc. University, I believe, is another one. Lizalski, that one as well. And first bat win, as I says, Roman, yeah, there's a good chance that they will be able to go on and win this one. The Hobart Hurricanes, but 19.3 overs down, 3 more balls left. Aliens in the Attic, no as well. And there says David the Mod. It's more of a kid's Alien in the Attic movie, I guess you could say. Well, bowl once again from Layla. Down the ground they want to. Tim David's not the quickest man, but he will get back onto strike. For this one, as other Renegades have to achieve a 9+ run rate in their innings. That's actually quite funny, says Sebastian. Also, that was also, I was also an absolute X-Files fan. As I says David the Mod there. I just realized, like, I know that I've seen it before for Marvel, but they have got those, like, practice pitches on the field. Has anyone ever taken a diving catch onto one of those ones? Because that would probably hurt quite badly. Another big full toss, hit down the ground, straight out to the man in the deep. And that is going to be, oh, sorry, that was very loud. And also we got Hamish Bro now, who is in current situation score predictor of the first innings as well. We have got another 2 balls. Or sorry, just a 1 ball, and then I will let you know exactly what it's going to be. Unless, of course, this is a run out. Tim David had to really runny to get there, though. I said Nananello as well. And there from, it is a picture of Aaron Finch, I do see as well. So welcome into the live stream, mate. I hope you are doing well. He will be going for the Renegades. And this one, more than likely, I would think. So don't write Renegades off. They got Sean Marsh again at big. So yeah, him and Finch are going to be keys for the Renegades lineup. And also, I would say Utmat Chand as well as another player who we haven't actually seen that much of in the BBL, but he's been brought in. He's a dangerous man when he does get going. So currently 180 runs on the board. Josh Layla, yeah, going to be running in one last time. Got to finish it off. It's hit hard. They get back for 2. And 182 is the total. I've never got a cricket score correct either. So the first thing I did was rugby in terms of the leading try scorer. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of this stuff. Right, with the points with the Kiwi lads, that's me. I'll get a few points. Very happy about that one. So one moment we'll go like this. Kiwi lads gets myself the first place. Then from there in second, I believe it's going to be Aiden with 180. 180 there. So it is going to be Aiden who does receive the 2 points. And then in third, it is going to be Shannon. No, he changed it to 170. Never mind, it is not Shannon anymore. And instead, it is going to be Jay Hayes. Jay Hayes, he does get himself the 1 point. So congratulations to all of our points receivers for that one as well. We have got there spot on, mate. As I says, Aussie Mozzie and Renegades to win with 4 balls left. And also Renegades to win with 3 balls left. And also can Australia join? Guys join that took part in the Ashes. Can they join the BBL? They can indeed. And they will be back in the near future by the sounds of it. And also we got that good job, Amish 10 out of 10 as well. And also we all put there 157 for the Gades. Also a couple of people back in the Renegades to win this game straight away. I just realized. I'm going to say that they get out for 164. But we'll go with 164 for the boys in that one. But currently we are just in the innings break, which normally is the time that I do show you guys an embarrassing video of myself. But luckily, oh no, my hard drive's not plugged in. So that's why. I was predicting 130 Renegades. It's simply pointless in there, says Sebastian. So yeah, at this stage, the Bash Boost point is probably the best option trying to stop the guys from going through. I should say it's Aussie Mozzie. He's got bowled out for 149. Beijing Olympics, when is it going to be starting? February 4th. It's when the Winter Olympics is going to be firing up, ladies and gentlemen. But anyone who hasn't already, be sure to get in your predictions. This matchup. Also, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be back tomorrow with a couple more matches, as well as a few other things. Look up Bob Rivers. Here's Kiwi Gamer. Who is Bob Rivers? I hope it's nothing bad. Bob Rivers. Radio personality? Is that the one we're talking about? Maybe. Is it him? Yeah, we've seen the Gades chase down 200 before as well. What's the hottest pizza in New Zealand, Amish? I think there's one from, I want to say it's from Pizza Hut or Domino's that's like supposed to be like triple spiced or something like that. I haven't actually had it though. I normally end up just having a barbecue chicken bacon deluxe. It's the way that I normally go with me kind of choices in the pizza department. Although I do have to buy my bum pizza for this whole month. I said I'd make a deal with her. And we haven't been to get pizza yet. So that's good. And what I predict now, says Vishal, that is a good question at the moment. Oh, yeah, I've got that. Congratulations, bro. You got exactly prediction as well. So do let me know if you think that it is going to be the Renegades who win this game. You've got to say how many balls will be left. If you think that it's going to be the Hobart Hurricanes who win this game, you've got to let me know how many that they are going to end up on with the Renegades score. That is. And also, we have got that. I can't see it happening, Rob. Not this season anyway. Also, yeah, but the song with Weird Al. A song like Weird Al as well. So one house for sale, like huge 6 bedrooms, 3 lounges, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, doubles. It was on the market for the 4th time in 2.5 years. Makes you wonder what is wrong with it as well, says Nov Mum. Yeah. How much is it going for, Nov Mum? And whereabouts is it? Do let me know. By the way, my 130 run prediction is genuine, not a joke as well, says Sebastian. I think you actually went with a very low one in another game and nailed it. Like you were literally bang on the money with 122, I think it was, that you ended up predicting. Geez, that's a big shed. You're going to get a total span shed. Total span, sorry, not total span. So, but I'm interested to know what kind of action we're going to see in the BBL. Probably playoff game 4th versus 5th. Because the way that this system is, it's 4th versus 5th. Then from there, the winner of that game takes on 3rd. Then the winner of that game takes on 2nd. And then the winner of that game goes through to the final. So it's a little bit of a weird scenario, I guess you could say as well. Or in fact, actually, sorry, it's 2nd versus 3rd. And then the winner of that game takes on the winner of 4th versus 5th. I'm going to slouch down again, even though I shouldn't. This is actually very comfy, though. And it shouldn't be, because it's not good for the posture. But boy, does it feel nice at the moment. But currently, we have got plenty of action this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have a swimming pool in your backyard, Amish, as well? Says Kevin Thomas. We actually used to have one of those ones that you could kind of put up with the poles type thing, but we do not have one at this point in time. I know Daniel and George both have pools, but me and Isaac, the town boys, do not. And 122 in the Renegades versus Star games, as I always say, trust the Renegades to make it a short game, as on there, says Sebastian. But they are just showing that catch that Zach Evans was able to nail in that last innings of the match. But currently now it will be the Hobart Hurricanes who set a good total, 35 runs for Jewel, 48 for Matthew Wade, 37 for Darcy Shaw, and then Tim David at the end, 46 runs of 20 deliveries for that man. And Hamilton asking price 1.4 million, sold last March for 1.2 million. So this is not one. So I guess they're just trying, is it that there's something wrong with it, or are they just continuing to put it up and see how much money they can get for it? Renegades won 14 ball spare to get the score. I hope so. And there's us for Shell, so we will mark that one. So there we go. But yeah, anyone who is wondering what we are covering for this weekend and also just the rest of the week, I guess, as well. So we have got the BBL, like I mentioned, that's going to be throughout the whole week that we are doing the BBL and also throughout the weekend. Then we got the Curry Cup. They are going to be 3 games tomorrow night that they will be taking place. Sorry, Hamish, I missed out. Who got the points as I said, Devin the mod. So it was actually myself who was able to nail it. Then from there it was Aiden in 2nd, and then in 3rd it was Jay as the 3 who were able to get the points. So be sure to get in that prediction as well, David, for the 2nd innings. But yeah, that's going to be Curry Cup. Then we've got the 7s for the women's Sevens for the men. Also, possibly a little bit of the Champions Cup if we can fit it in. And the sleep schedule is not too bad. There's also England versus the West Indies, but I don't know whether or not I'll be able to cover that one. And the URC, we've got the 2 South African games that will be taking place as well. But other than that, we've got a pretty chilled out weekend. Other than our 40-plus live streams by the looks of it in the next week. But we keep them busy, ladies and gentlemen, and we do appreciate you being here for every second of every day. Game over. Renegades been useless with the bat this BBL, as I said away. So how many runs do you think they will get in this innings for the Renegades away? Do you think we are? I think I know why I don't have a comfy chair. Because if I did, I would easily fall asleep at like 7 a.m. in the morning, like while doing live streams. Because even sitting here like this, it doesn't look comfy, but it's quite warm. So I'm just sitting here all comfy like. But we're at Adelaide Oval. In the background, we're actually at Marvel Stadium for the real life match. But I decided to leave it as Adelaide because it kind of looks cool. And also it tells me where to put my head because of those 2 things that they have got on either side as well. But Michael Hussey at the moment, he was having a chip a little bit earlier on, sharing it alongside Andrew Simons, was eating a whole cheeseburger while he was waiting on the commentary side of it. But yeah, anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're currently on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We've got Super Rugby, 6 Nations, everything just around the corner as well. Yeah, if you are new, be sure to hit that like button. Currently showing there 182 runs for the Hobart Hurricanes, 5 wickets. They were able to lose, but Tim David just came in there, and he was definitely the X-Factor player, the way that he came out and just smacked the ball around. And like they said, Tim David, the way that he batted changed the whole game tactical side of it for the Renegades, because now they can't afford to just sit back and watch. They have to keep on attacking. They need to try and get themselves that bash boost point and also a little bit more. As we have got the equal Hamish only, okay, Renegades 175 runs. Okay, we will mark that one. There we go. I have done that one as well. I think this is actually the first time I've worn the shirt on the live stream. I had my one on yesterday. You guys might remember it. It was white. And then I ended up dropping a mini hash brown on it. And then it wasn't so white because it had tomato sauce on it, sadly. And did I get any points? You did indeed, Jay. You were able to get yourself the 1 point for that one. So congratulations for that one. And also we have got the Gates did well. It's on Baby L legs oh high as well, says Morcake. Yeah, Baby L's have the weirdest legs when you think about it. Like, you don't think of owls with legs. It's like thinking of, I guess, what else is there? I don't know what's a good example. I guess it's like seeing a frog with hands. No, not really, because frogs don't have hands. And the Gates did well as well. And there says Morcake. They did start very nicely, but then from there, unfortunately for them, Tim David made his way to the crease, got 46 runs of 20 deliveries. Renegades all out for 170 as well, says JA. So he's popping in, popping out, getting that prediction and doing a helicopter, and then heading back off, I assume, as well. So hopefully do enjoy your evening, Jay. Anyways, maybe you get yourself a couple more points as well. But the run rate that they will need to go at is around that 9.1 mark. That's tough. That is very tough to do under these circumstances. But if anyone can do it, it's going to be someone, such as an Aaron Finch, such as a Sean Marsh, one of those guys stepping up. Got to get back to the other stream. We have a constant spammer with about 20 accounts so far as well. Oh, that will be fun for you. Got to love when they have multiple of the accounts and they don't realize, like, the fact that you blocked the first one is because of the fact that they were being annoying. And then they're like, right, just go on a different one then. See whether or not I can blend in. But now we are getting close to the second innings of this matchup. We're currently sitting 10:50 p.m. in New Zealand. So that first innings, it went for about an hour and 35. Not too bad, an hour and 30. So we will be finished this one by about maybe 12:30, somewhere around that mark as well. Yeah, right. Ready to go here for the second innings. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything about that shirt, but geez as well, says David. Wait, so geez, as in this shirt's bad or this shirt's good? I assume it's bad, isn't it? I don't have great fashion sense, I'll be honest. I pretty much, like, if it fits, I'm like, yep, it'll do. As well, like, these sleeves are very black. And so I kind of look like I'm trying to become maybe a zebra. In this bedtime, my prediction is Renegades will give up due to embarrassment as well, says Captain James. I mean, that would be the first time we've seen that in the BBI, I believe. If I'm not wrong. Have you got an actual number, Captain James? that you would like to go with. Although I assume give up due to embarrassment might be under the 100 mark, maybe. And at the moment, it's about to be back underway for Marvel Stadium. And also, can I please have Renegades make the 150, please? As I say 140 as well there from, it was Captain James. A few people going low, few people going high. If they end up winning it for the Renegades, I would say that they've got a good chance of being able to go on and getting Novmum a couple points, I think. And also starting Sunset, is that real? As I see Standard Castro. So it is not live time at the moment, but that is sunset from Adelaide Oval. That is a real picture. That is kind of zoomed in. I'm trying to get out of the way of it as much as I can, and it's kind of working, but also kind of not working at the same time. Yeah, that is at Adelaide Oval, and you can actually do a walk across this. You can actually walk above the stadium if you do want to, and also we'll get there. Nice t-shirt, bro. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated. I do need to get some new shirts at some stage, mix it up a little bit. This one, I'm not sure what's happening there. There's just a massive line. I think this one is slightly too big, though, for myself, unfortunately. But currently, we're almost here for the second innings. There's actually quite a long innings break in BBL. And I think that's why when we used to do our BBL live streams, we actually used to do a little bit of Cricket 19 in between the overs as well. That is another thing I want to get going. Cricket 19 career mode is another one. In fact, while I am at it, ladies and gentlemen, while you are here in this special, not really exclusive live stream, but I feel like it's a tight-knit group at the moment. If we were to do any series talking rugby, cricket, anything like that in games, maybe even a different sports game, something like that, what would you like to see in terms of, would you want to see a certain team's career mode? Would you like to see a like kind of challenge type thing? Do let me know. How many subs do you reckon you have that people's second accounts that are no longer used? Probably a lot for no longer used, I would think. Second accounts, it's a very tough one. I'd say at least 100 second accounts, to be honest. And then maybe even more than that for the no longer used. Definitely a lot more than no longer used. We've also got a few that got their accounts deleted, and we've got the George emojis from it there as well. And I was looking at their subscriber FC, and there, that would be kind of cool. Is that subscriber FC as in like at kind of FIFA-wise? Xavier, do let me know. Currently, we'll just put that one in the right place. There we go. Scoreboard will be updating itself. But the Ashes, they are just showing the highlights of Scott Boland, and he was actually able to get himself a lot of wickets, and he is coming back for the Hobart Hurricanes. So it will be interesting to see how he goes in the T20 format. He was celebrating big time when he was able to take plenty of the wickets as well throughout the matchup. But now we have got their Cricket 22 versus subs, if that's even possible as well. Says Captain James. Okay, so pretty much cricket, but I get completely dominated as well. You make a team of members on Rugby Challenge and do a career mode as well. And there says Xavier Brown. I actually am very keen for that idea. I kind of like the subscriber series type thing with a Rugby Challenge. Maybe do it on Rugby 20. Oh, Rugby 22, I don't know whether or not you can actually make people. So we might have to wait and see there. James Seymour here. He is going to be rearing to go now. Currently, Aaron Finch sitting there, 229 runs. That's what he is sitting on for his BBL 11 after 10 matches. He actually had quite a serious knee injury at the start, so he wasn't allowed to play for the first little while he was recovering. It was good to get his insight, though, on the commentary side of things. Riley Meredith, the mustache-less man. He is going to be ready to go. 10 matches, 13 wickets. Been able to take into Rugby 22 seems way for. Yeah, it's pretty much Rugby 20, except it's got the All Blacks and the Wallabies. But we'll play a little bit of it. We'll get something going on it as well. I don't think we actually did any Rugby 20 videos as of yet. So maybe that would be another idea to get into. I realized when I shake my leg, it looks like I'm very much so shaking all over the place. So I will stop shaking my leg. That one, but now Riley Meredith can be charging in Marvel Stadium. The Renegades, they're going to have to chase down a large total. It's a wide ball straight away. It's a legal delivery for Riley Meredith. They're currently a 17% chance that they go on to win this game for the Renegades. It's not going to be easy, but certainly not going to be impossible for them as long as Aaron Finch, Sean Marsh, and also James Seymour, who is now at the top of the order. Ooh. That was very wide from Riley Meredith, but they did let him away with it. Now, once again, charging in here for Riley Meredith. Nice shot. Beautifully played by Seymour, and that's going to be racing away to the boundary. First boundary of the day, and it only took them 2 balls to be able to get it as well. We'll go like this, and we will go like, one moment, we will go like that as well. There we go. I was just making sure everything was all running smoothly. But at the moment now, it's going to be interesting to see how it does end up finishing. Our rugby game needs all teams and licenses as well. I have Rugby 22 and it's woeful. You can only play a season with European clubs. Wait, you have Rugby 22, Xavier. Has it already come out? Because I know that, or are you talking Rugby 20 maybe? Because, yeah, I know that Rugby 22, I think it's coming out late January. Another good shot there from Seymour. Another 4 runs for that man. It is nicely played out through the cover region, and that was actually Joel Paris was fielding that one over the boundary for the Hobart Hurricanes as well. We go like this. We go like this. There we go. I was just making sure everything was running smoothly because we did have a couple internet issues yesterday. And I mean, Rugby 20, my bad. So I might consider doing a video or two. I actually ended up buying Rugby 18 as well, alongside a team manager game a little while ago. So I feel like that would be a cool one to be able to try and get up and running at some point in time. But Merida Fia's under pressure. It's off the edge, almost a diving catch, but that's going to be another 4 for the Melbourne Renegades, flying towards the total that they need at the moment. Hanscom not able to take that one in the outward stretch. And just like that, the Renegades up to a 26% chance of being able to win this one. Hanscom, he dove away to his side, just out of reach for that man. And that is going to be racing away to the boundary once again. Like they're saying, if they keep on going at this rate, they'll have it by 10 overs. Also, if they just keep on speeding through and trying to keep themselves going. But it's a question of where they go after the power play. They need 77 runs for the Bash Boost target here, but they have started quickly. They've started like they wish to go on, and that is going to be, oh, that was almost off the edge. Well bowled. Mcdermott still got himself the cap at this point in time. And also, I thought Robert and I were going to clean the points up in the first innings. We were a couple clicks off it. So, hello, Xavier. And there says David the Mod. Oh, the other one that I was going to be doing is the 2011 Rugby World Cup career mode with George. If that is something you guys are keen on seeing. I want to get George on the channel more once he does end up getting a few breaks from work. Like, that's a good thing. The BBL is coming to an end very soon. And the only reason that's good is because there's some rain forecast for the next kind of couple of weeks. So I believe the games that we don't have of the BBL then will mean that we've got the time to be able to film with George in the rain. But not literally outside in the rain, because that would be very wet. As well, it's going to be the end of the first over. 13 for none now for the Melbourne Renegades. But I'm going to miss the Big Bash as well. I feel like that's the one thing. Like, it's been flying by at this stage, but I really want to see more of the KFC Big Bash. But it's going to be gone. We have got there. I think the thing is, I work out more, but I eat more, and I'm struggling to lose weight as well, says Xavier Brown. I guess that big thing is that calorie deficit, isn't it? But then if you feel like you do need to eat food, you do not want to be like kind of sitting there hungry, because I feel like that means that once you're hungry, you do end up eating more food once you do actually end up kind of, if you end up slightly starving yourself at times, then when you finally do it, you'll eat a whole heap of food, and then it's almost worse than just having those small meals along the way. So be sure to eat enough of what you need as well, because I know that you mentioned that you're not, how old are you, Xavier? I think you was 15, almost 16, weren't you? So you want to make sure that you keep on giving your body what it needs to be able to keep on growing. You don't want to kind of take away anything from it. But Josh Khan now going to be bowling, running in. Oh, I had straight back of him as well. And also, I had the stream that Parliament House and Canberra was destroyed last night. So this is the goods there. I didn't even realize Parliament House was in Canberra. Classic Kiwi that I am. I guess dreams are weird. I actually have dreams that I'm commentating. And I've been told by my mother that sometimes she walks past and I'm just chatting away, kind of analysing what's happening in a game of rugby in my sleep. Which, I mean, no wonder my voice doesn't work too well at times as well. Also, we have got the Hey Bro, our Fanta Bro. And as I was in the same Warrior, I haven't actually got any Fanta left at this stage. So it does mean that we are going to be probably going the next 48 hours or so, 24 hours, I should say, 48 hours without having any Fanta. But that is all right. I feel like that is a good thing. You know, every once in a while, you got to have a little break from your sugary drinks and see how that goes. But currently now, Seymour sitting on 13 runs of 8 deliveries. He's been able to get himself 3 boundaries so far. Khan charging into the crease. Once again, slightly wider delivery. Nicely glided there from Seymour. And that is going to be the 4 runs we have got there. I plowed through my auntie's Christmas pudding as well. Now I'm back at the gym, says David the Mod. Yeah, I feel like that's another thing. Like, I should probably start doing a bit more exercise, I would think. But once the BBL and everything is over, I feel like it is going to be like kind of a lot easier to be up at decent hours of the day, because I end up doing late night editing in the dream. After that, Scott Morrison seeing this big spider on the windowsill of his open window, slammed the window shut, and then the window broke. After that, the window frame fell out, then the wall fell, and the whole building fell down as well in the dream. So it's a good. So I guess the motto of the story is don't panic when you see a spider. There you go. Although I can't say too much because I do panic a bit when I see a spider, but currently 5 runs of the first 4 deliveries, and Aaron Finch, he finally gets himself a little bit of strike. It's just mark and center at the moment, way outside of the crease here for Aaron Finch. So not really giving himself a huge amount of time, trying to throw off the chance of an LBW perhaps here for Aaron Finch. But the current run rate is 10.8 required run rate. They still need 9 and over to be able to go on and get this one. Currently, Finch, he advances. He does whip it off his pads nicely. And it is going to be, bit of a misfield there on the deep from Caleb Jewell, but it doesn't cost them a run. And it is just going to be kept to the one flanker as well. And this is exactly, so yeah, you probably want to end up in that situation of pretty much, I guess you want to make sure that you're putting on some size for yourself if you are going to be the flanker. Definitely when you want to have a little bit of shunt in the breakdowns and whatnot. Nobody died as well, but Scott Morrison missed the spider as well. And this is the goods. Yeah, so I guess that spider, hopefully it got to live. And also we're going to poor Scott Morrison as well. Yes, he's insane warrior, but now Seymour sitting on 18 off 10 deliveries. So he's hit that one hard. I think he's got all of it as well. Yes, he does indeed. It was just a flick of the wrist. And that one has gone all the way for 6. Great start to the match now for the Renegades. They are sitting 25 for none off their 2 overs. Very good shot. The target is 183. Seymour effortlessly just flicks the wrist. He's just showing all the shots that he has been playing in the first couple overs. They've been impressive. Just easing the ball over. It's pretty much just a swing through, almost like a golf shot. Didn't try and overhit it. Hit it straight over the head of Peter Hanscom, though. Does send it all the way for 6. He's looking like the goods at this stage. Aaron Finch has faced 1 ball. He's facing on 1 run, or sitting on 1 run, whereas Seymour is sitting there 24 off 11. Still 30% chance that the Renegades will be able to win that game. Still relatively low, but it is still early on. And now Sandeep Lavashane, but a spin getting added in to the equation now. But currently, the Bash Boost target sitting on 77 runs. They might be able to do it relatively easy. As well, the Melbourne Renegades, if they continue at the rate that they are, as you can see there, it's slightly cutting it off, but they need 8.78. The current run rate has really thrown it off because normally you don't end up with so many kind of numbers, I guess, as well. But it is 8.7 as the required run rate here. Sandeep Lavashane, the Nepalese spinner, is normally very good when it does come to a little bit of leg spin. They've got a slip in place. That is Peter Hanscom. They've probably got a couple men deep on the lead side. I would think would be a good option for Aaron Finch. Did he hedge that one? Aaron Finch, they're going upstairs to see whether or not he was stumped there. Of course, when you step in a little bit further forward for Aaron Finch, he doesn't look like he's in any hurry, and he is just going to be mark and centre once again. So he looks like he's completely fine with it. And he is just waiting for the replay. So he thinks he's got his foot down. Seems like he thinks that he has planted his foot. And I'll see a great Lord Hamish is on there. Says insane warrior. Thank you very much, mate. At the moment, they are just checking upstairs to see whether or not Aaron Finch will be on his way here. Sandeep Lavashane. Completely fine for Sandeep Lavashane there. Now we are just watching here. Okay. He's just got the foot in there. It's something behind the line, and because of that, it does mean that he's going to be not out. But he had to get something back. And he was able to reflect, or was able to react very quickly, I should say. And does end up. Do you have a zoom in on that angle at all? Okay, like they're saying, Michael Hussey here is saying that he's getting annoyed because they're checking this one to see whether or not there is a chance that he could be stumped. He's got his foot down. Going to be fine. And also, we got that 2011 Rugby World Cup was a good tournament for New Zealand as well. We waited 24 years to win another cup as well. Dan Carter was injured. Stephen Donald came here. He did indeed. He got a movie made about him as well, Stephen Donald. Because we went through so many fly halves in that one, didn't we? Because Dan Carter, he was out. Then we had, who else did we have? Aaron Cruden, he got injured. Colin Slade, I think, was even a player that we did have for one of our options as fly half. And then Stephen Donald comes in, nails the kick. So is there any Bangladesh versus New Zealand ODI T20? Not at this stage that we know of. It is just the test matches, but hopefully we do get to play them in the shorter format in the near future. Because I did enjoy that series between Bangladesh and New Zealand. It was a good one. And also Bangladesh now moving on. I think they have got a series up against Afghanistan. I think it's the next one they have got for themselves. I will just have a quick look, though. Make sure that I've got that right. Sandy Lavashane puts a bit of height on that one. Good strike of the ball from Aaron Finch. Cover drive for 4 runs. It might have been 2 dots in a row for Lavashane, but Aaron Finch, he wasn't having 3 of them. And that is going to be a beautiful shot. Right, international cricket. Zimbabwe is actually 90 for 1. Currently, if anyone is wondering about that game, up against Sri Lanka. One moment, we will go here. Another good shot from Finch. Pierce in the field, but it is going to be cut off nicely in the deep by Darcy Shaw. Almost rolled his ankle there on the rope. Right, Bangladesh, their next games. They haven't actually announced any of their next games as of yet. But hopefully they will be coming up in the near future so that we do get to see the likes of Das and maybe Huck. Oh, Zimbabwe just lost his second wicket. It's now 90 for 2. I well and truly jinxed the Zimbabweans there. So I do apologise. It's going to be fine there, Darcy Short. Yep, it's going to be all good, and they will be continuing on now. So just the 2 runs, I should say, of that one. But Aaron Finch looks like he wants to go after Sandeep Lavashane. He's hit that one hard. He's hit it all the way 4. No, what a save almost. No, it's still a 6 there. But Jordan Thompson right on the boundary rope, almost able to keep it in the field of play. And from Tassie as well, says Joseph. I'm actually from New Zealand. So I don't have a favourite team in the Big Bash overall. Whereabouts are you from, Joseph? Do let me know. But currently Aaron Finch is tearing into this lineup of the Hobart Hurricanes. Great save almost from Thompson, but not quite able to save it. Reed says, chase me, Hamish. So I will not be doing that. There's going to be an LBW shout. Sandeep Lavashane begging for the LB, but it is not going to be given. But that will be the end of the over as well. And it is going to be 13 runs off 7 for Finch, 24 of 11 for Seymour, and 37 for none for the Melbourne Renegades after 3 overs. That's actually his 106 in the Big Bash, they have just said, for Aaron Finch. So very impressive that he has been able to get so many. It just shows you how much of a dangerous player we've seen from, how dangerous of a player that we've seen from Aaron Finch, and also how dangerous Chris Lynn is. A lot of Tonga people as well. And this is Reed, and also we've got that Queensland. And I'm autistic as well, says Joseph. No worries at all, mate. I mean, I actually have quite a few friends who do have autism overall. And, it's nothing to be ashamed of or anything like that. So you're all good in that regard. Because I know that some people, it does get to them a little bit, but I assume you're not the case if you do openly admit it, hopefully. But, yeah, hope you are well anyway. There you go there, Joseph, from Queensland. Also, who do you go for in the BBL? Do let me know. And also, how did you know that Reed has been to China before? I did not know that he has been to China. I haven't been to China either now that I think about it. I've been to Indonesia, which is probably as close as I've been to China. And also we've got there 3.1 overs down now, currently 37 for none here for the Renegades. Tom Rogers, though, he is definitely a game changer. He's currently taken 15 wickets in only the 12 matches as well. Average of 20.93. And the best is going to be 3 for 24. If he gets himself a few wickets here, that's going to be a very good position for himself. Currently now charging in. Once again here, Tom Rogers. Does he get it? No, not quite. It's a catch. And that's going to be Seymour gone. And Tom Rogers, he picks up another one. He's trying to get that golden cap back from, I think it's Sean Abbott, and also Brisbane Heat, and this game Hurricanes as well, says Joseph. Yeah, the Brisbane Heat, unfortunately, just missing out on the playoffs, but the Hurricanes are certainly a side who can still make it on, definitely with Seymour now losing his wicket here. And also, I've been to every country in Europe because I'm from England as well, says Charlie. And that's sometimes, Like, I wish I was kind of in a region that had like all the countries right next to you. You can drive to a country rather than having to fly there. So next door is South Africa tour of New Zealand and Feb as well. And there's Season Same Warrior. I think that is going to be the next one for New Zealand and South Africa, both. But then also shorter format, we have actually got the tour to Australia, but might be cancelled or postponed. But this one apparently you can play and get paid. Get paid to play rugby in China as well, says Xavier Brown. I did actually see that. It's an ad on Instagram, I think, that I did have that did pop through. Currently at the moment is going to be Sean Marsh at the crease now. Him and Aaron Finch. I said that those two. And also I got an ad and some guy was talking about getting played and playing rugby in China as well. And also we got the which is great. That Seymour got out. He sounded dangerous. As I says Joseph, he was going well. 24 runs off 13 deliveries. In fact, when you look at it, all of his runs almost all came from boundaries. And if not all of them, he had 6 in total that didn't come from boundaries. And I think they were all 2 as well. So he's certainly a good player to see the back of for the Hobart Hurricanes here. And now they will need to try and get rid of both these men, Marsh and Finch. They do want a good chance of moving on and getting the win. Tom Rogers bowls it nicely. Squares Marsh up is the comment there. It was a decent one, a little bit of extra bounce on offer for Tom Rogers. He's actually been one of the standout bowlers of the competition. Not too many people know about him, but he's certainly one to watch out for. And I mean, it's the thing, if Australia is short of a bowler for the T20 format, he wouldn't be a terrible option if they do want to take him to Pakistan or somewhere along those lines. Now, Sean Marsh, 77 is what they require for the Bash Boost total. They actually still need another 40. They've probably almost got around 40 balls to be able to get it. It's nicely played by Marsh. Hit to the leg side, looking like it could be 2 here. Chased hard by the youngster and Khan. And also we have got there. This is their big partnership as well, says Joseph. Yeah, if they lose him, then they've got, I'd say Ukmak Chand would be another one who will be a little bit of the unknown. Apparently he is a pretty good talented batsman, so hopefully he will be able to step up as well for the Renegades when he does make his way out there. But the Hurricanes, if they get 1 or 2 more, they are going to be definitely in the box seat. Currently 33% chance that the Renegades go on to win this match. I'm about to sneeze again. That was a brilliant shot from Sean Marsh. I keep on calling him Mitch, don't I? Zimbabwe has a great team, especially in batting better than Bangladesh or Afghanistan as well. But their board was destroyed by Robert as well. Many players Zimbabwe lost as well on their Season Same Warrior. That is just a nice shot from Sean Marsh. He come back into the BBL this year. Seagull didn't want anything of it as well. But yeah, he's pretty much come back into the side this year and just dominated ever since coming back. And also we got that Tim Davis 46 was knock of the season for him as well. Yeah, it was phenomenal from the man. The thing is though, it's not that, that's a good ball from Tom Rogers. Yeah, it's not the first time that he's come in and just smacked a whole heap of 6s as well. Like, he's just an absolutely insanely good player when it comes to hitting the long ball, but he hit about 4 or so as well. And also we have got there, don't get to play ICC tournament as well. And this is the same warrior. And also we have got there, you can see the depth in Aussie cricket and the BBL. Exactly right. And it's how they kind of transfer into international level that is the big tester for them. Like, I'd like to see Mcdermott get a chance, but I feel like he's chosen the wrong time of the season to not quite hit his stride because he has had a few low scores in a row. So I'd say Philippine might get a chance. And the Australian side, we have got the West Indies type style as well, says Joseph there. Yeah, he's a very talented player. Although I think they actually lose him. I could be wrong there. But do they lose him because he is getting ready to go on a tour somewhere else for his international side or going to the Pakistan Super League, it might be. So he's actually going to be leaving soon for them. I'm not too sure whether or not that is going to be before or after the end of the Big Bash, though, because I feel like they would love to have him there throughout the whole thing, just to have that extra. Like, that's the thing. They were probably looking at 160. He goes out there and just ends up getting them a whole extra about 25 runs more than anyone would have been expecting. It's a good shot from Finch once again out to deep mid-wicket. It's fielded nicely by Thompson, a man who almost took an absolute screamer of a catch out on the boundary earlier on in this matchup. So we'll get there. Hopefully another Big Bash as well. And there says Joseph. And yeah, hopefully we do get to see, hopefully after Big Bash, I should say. Well, that one, yeah, they do need him. And it's rough because all of these sides, such as the strikers and everyone, although they're actually on a winning streak at the moment, but they've lost Rashid Khan. Other teams have lost Muhammad Nabi. They've lost. Who else have they lost? There's a whole heap of the Afghanistan spinners who've gone home. I think Mcdermott might be gone as well, definitely because the Brisbane Heat are going to be missing out. Does he play for the Brisbane Heat? I got the wrong side. Sarah Nesh, Mcdermott wants it. Riley Meredith also is interested, but the umpire gives it as a not out there as well. But Meredith, he still steams in, bowls about that 150 Ks. Or as close to the outside edge of the bat. But did not quite hit the bat there for Sean Marsh. But he is the key, like we mentioned, alongside Aaron Finch. These two men currently both going at a strike rate around that 200 mark as well. Or they were, but now he's not because it has just updated. Now Marshy is only going at about that 100-run strike rate. Currently now, and in that one out through cover, they will get themselves another single. And it seems like deep cover is one of the most popular positions to hit the ball today. We saw it for the Melbourne Renegades. In the field, it was always Will Sutherland who was receiving that one as well. Currently now, Aaron Finch on strike 12. 14 balls faced between these two men. Marsh sitting on 7, Finch sitting on 14. They need to keep on going. It's a nice shot there from Finch, trying to glide it down to third man. Sandeep Lavashane fields it nicely though and stops it from making it to the boundary. Just getting the one run. And also, do you play cricket? And if you do, what role do you play as well? I used to play cricket. I haven't played in a little while, but I would like to get back into it at some stage. So back when I was playing, I was wicketkeeper. And then from there also, I was able to bowl some off spin / a little bit of leg spin every once in a while. I was pretty much the guy in the team. Because this was probably when I was about 14, 15, somewhere around that mark, I think. Maybe even a little bit later. But pretty much I was the one who would have the gloves on, and then like someone else would come in for my overs to keep while I was bowling, and then also about a middle order batsman, somewhere around there. So pretty much I was a fill-in for anywhere that they needed a fill-in for, pretty much. So if I had to open, I'd open. If I had to bat 9, bat 10, I'd bat 10, bat 9, just kind of what's it called? I guess an all-rounder, except an all-rounder extreme type thing. But yeah, I would like to go back down to the nets at some stage, see whether or not I can still hit a ball, because I haven't tried to in a pretty long time. Currently 4.5 overs down. Riley Meredith at the moment only gone for the 3 runs of his first 5 deliveries. Now charging in once again, Meredith hitting his stride. Nice shot once again, straight to the man there. They want the run. They don't get it in the end. That is a very good over from Riley Meredith. Putting the pressure back on. So we're the underrated player as well. And there says Joseph, I guess so. I was kind of just the fill-in / pretty much just do a job that they needed done type thing. So yeah, if if a bowler was sick and normally bowled medium pace, I'd be like, okay, I bowl some medium pace. I pretty much just did anything that was required, which I guess is a useful thing to have as well. Currently, Finch sitting there on 15 of 9 deliveries. Darcy Short here is actually going to be having a bowl. Big old yawn for myself. I'm slightly slotting back down in my chair, but it is extremely comfy. If Darcy Short gets a wicket in this over, I will sit up straight for the rest of the live stream. But if he doesn't, I'm going to chill back here for a little bit longer. Hopefully, can you guys still hear me all right? Hopefully you can. Now, Darcy Short, bit of a leg spinner, no run called. As once again, going to be a nice old dot ball. A little challenge for Mcdermott behind the stumps. They are saying, just because it is not going to be easy to read what Darcy Short is going to be doing. Definitely not when Aaron Finch is moving around all over the place. A bit leg side. And also, if you can remember what was your club as well. So pretty much our club, it was the only one in the kind of region, I think. So it was Waimate Cricket Club. I also ended up playing a little bit for South Canterbury, which is a little bit more of a wider spread region. That's going to be missed out on once again for Aaron Finch. 3 in a row that he hasn't quite been able to get onto. He just fine as well, says Novman. But yeah, this microphone for some reason is broken. So I have got this one. So I will have to look at another headset perhaps if I do want to go to that. Unless, of course, this one sounds better than this one, then maybe I will look at just using that one from now on. A good start from Darcy Short, other than having a wide. When did he have a wide? Oh, it must have hit straight through. Aaron Finch didn't quite get onto it. I should say. Once again, it's a dot ball, well bowled by Darcy Short. 4 dots and a wide so far of this over. It looks like Sean Marsh heading down to the middle and just saying to Finch, don't panic. Yeah. What does Finch do? Does he go for the sweep shot or does he end up going big? He's tried to sweep it. It's a big appeal. He's going to be not out. He just can't hit Darcy Short to the boundary at this point in time. At most, he's going for 7 runs in this over here, Darcy Short, and that's if this one goes for a 6. Good length so far from Darcy Short. Final ball. Finch just had to work it to the leg side, and that is going to be a very good over from Darcy Short. Only the 2 runs off it, and that is exactly what they needed to try and slow them down. I call my uncle plays for them. He played since he was 10, and now he's 48 as well. Says Joseph there. My uncle plays for them. Is that South Canterbury or Waimeti? Joseph. I may know your uncle. Who's your uncle? If you don't mind saying. Maybe we do know. Who knows? Waimeti is a small place. A lot of people know everyone type thing as well. They are just showing there the fact that he just wasn't able to get onto it, unfortunately for him. And currently now, Seymour, he was the first man to lose his wicket. 24 of 13 deliveries. Finch sitting there on 16 of 15 not out, and then Marsh 7 of 8 not out. They've got Shand, they've got Merlo, they've got Harper, they've got Sutherland. That's probably about as deep as the batting lineup goes for them, and then they're into the bowlers. But now Sandeep Lavashane is going to have another over. They've decided that spin looks like the way to go. So that is why Lavashane now being added back in as well. Bowled, and once again a dot ball. Finch not looking like he's enjoying the spin at the moment from the Hobart Hurricanes bowling lineup. The bash boost target, it's slowly creeping further and further away from the Renegades as well. Gives himself width, smacks it there out to deep cover, and they do just get the single once again. Now Marsh, he's going to be on strike. 7 runs off 8 deliveries is what he is going to be sitting on. But Lavashane currently, he's bowled 8 balls so far and 13 runs. He has actually ended up going for the bash boost target. It is going to be 77 that they will be requiring. Still another 3 and a bit overs to be able to get to it. So I believe that's 77 that they will need, and they've got another 22 balls left. So now South Canterbury, his name's James Credo as well. And there says Joseph, I haven't quite heard of him, but my dad used to play a lot of cricket, kind of at the kind of senior level around the region. So maybe he would have heard of him. James Credo. I'm trying to think of the name. I don't think I know it, but my dad, if I said that name to my dad, he'd probably be like, oh yeah, I know him. It's like, what type of bowling? Is he a bowler, batsman? What does he do? He's going to be head down the ground there. Nice shot from Finch, but now once again, it's very economical bowling from the Hobart Hurricanes. Lavashane currently sitting there. 4 balls so far. Sneaks in, does the helicopter as well. Says JS, welcome back to the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. Currently, it is going to be Sandeep Lavashane once again, trying to give this ball an almighty tweak. Oh, that's a wrong and a half. The way that he delivered that one, it went straight across off Sean Marsh. He's very lucky not to get an edge on that one. He's very lucky that it didn't end up hitting a stump. Started almost outside leg and then just ends up swinging in. It's a good stop from Mcdermott. That was close. Nicely played once again now. Sandeep Lavashane, he's been pretty good so far. First over was expensive. Second over only went for the 3 runs. And now that bash boost target is getting further and further away. They do still need 26 runs off 18 balls if they do want to get it. And I feel like that is something that the Renegades, deep down, they will be thinking about. And I mean, it's one of those ones that okay, some random guy did a Rubik's Cube at the Gabba. I see that was a little while ago, wasn't it? Currently now Darcy Short. He is about to be bowling once again. Oh, a little bit leg side-ish. It is just going to be this single once again. So I'm noticing that Mcdermott is behind the stunts for this game. Of course, normally they like to go down the line of Matthew Wade possibly being an option. They've actually got plenty of keepers that they could use, but they've decided for this game, Mcdermott, he's going to be the man there. They've got Matthew Wade kind of in close in the field as well. Currently, it looks like Caleb Jewell is out there. I believe that's at the deep point region of Mitch Marsh. Not out. There's a call there. It was close, though. Okay, listening to Michael Hussey describe to Roy Simons how to do a Rubik's Cube. Currently now, advancing. Good shot there from Mitchell Marsh, Sean Marsh, his brother. I keep on saying it as I popped over for a peek and saw the Muppet on BK Streams as well. And then also should be batsman, but I haven't seen him in a while. Might have changed over. Also a charity organizer because he's just recovered from cancer as well. So it's great news that he has recovered, and I like the fact that he is. I guess that's the thing. We actually want to do a fundraiser on this channel for our chicken nugget eating challenge. It's a little bit different, of course, but we are going to try and find a good charity to look towards. So maybe that could be one that we do look at. And also remember that watermelon kid as well. He had a watermelon, got even the green rind as well in there. Jeez, I do not remember that, but I would not eat the green rind of a watermelon. Also, g'day, Double David. There was plenty, mate, as well. And he says, J. Hayes, although I guess the green rind of a watermelon, that's got to be just pitching outside leg. So that is why it is not going to be called as out. But yeah, the watermelon green rind, someone's going to have to answer this question for me. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Does it taste like cucumber? The green rind part? Or kind of like, you know how like it's similar to a cucumber texture? Is that part on just the inside, does it taste like a cucumber or does it just taste bad? I can't actually remember eating it as a child. Nicely hit there by Sean Marsh. Oh, a little bit of a slip there in the outfield for whoever that was. They're just showing a Rubik's Cube. I don't think I could do a Rubik's Cube even if I tried. Like, it would literally take me a whole live stream to do a Rubik's Cube. Jeez. Okay, Rubik's Cubes are tougher than I thought. I'm just listening to them talk about Rubik's Cubes, and now I want to buy a Rubik's Cube. Oh, and the Rubik's Cube came out, you could pull it apart and put it together complete, and watermelon rind tastes like rind as well. And there's says David the bottom, watermelon kid, the cameraman, get his eye on him the whole time. The whole thing, all the green stuff too. And also, it has a weird aftertaste, but at first, tasteless as well. And then g'day, Double over. There were plenty more as well, or plenty, mate, I should say. And Jordan Thompson now going to be bowling here. I'm just thinking about trying to do a Rubik's Cube, but I feel like I would embarrass myself. That's not embarrassing for Chris Lynn, though. That's not his name. It's Mitchell Marsh. No, it's not. It's Aaron Finch, and he's been able to hit it all the way for 6. There you go. Aaron Finch in the end ends up hitting it for the 6 runs. They're still trying to get themselves that bash boost target, which is actually the best chance of the Melbourne Stars making their way through. I wonder whether or not Aaron Finch and Glenn Maxwell had a bit of a chat. A Rubik's Cube fund started. We don't need... Anytime I need to buy something, I don't need to add a fund for it as well. We can just, I guess, buy things outside of funds. I'm going to check how much a Rubik's... I don't even know where you buy a Rubik's Cube. Rubik's Cube. Where do you find one? You can't find... Oh, there it is. $25 for a Rubik's Cube. That seems like an expensive Rubik's Cube. Is that just me, or is that a... Yeah. Is that an expensive Rubik's Cube, $25? Or is that just stock standard? Wow, that's a full toss. There's going to be a no ball as well, so now it's a free hit, and it will be Sean Marsh on strike for this one. Just gained a couple subs. I grabbed my friends too as well. And there's his Joseph. Thank you very much, mate. I hope you are enjoying the live stream. We have got plenty more of the Big Bash watermelon helmet. We're usually seen at the cricket. They were awesome as well. And there says Jay Hayes. Although I guess that was before it got too expensive, because it does get Oh, it does cost a lot. You can get $100 Rubik's Cubes. I feel like that's a bit overkill though, isn't it? Like as long as it's got all the pieces and you can go like that, or however you do it. That would be an interesting challenge. It's going to be now. Oh, bowled off the free hit. That's so confusing. For a second there, I was like, hang on, he's been bowled. I was like, there is a knock. Oh, there is an act to do on the cube. Oh, my cousin could do one in 15 seconds as well, says David the Mod. Oh, imagine how infuriating. I've got a live stream idea. I don't really want to say because I know that you guys will be like, yeah, go on then. And I was over there at my local servo. I grabbed one for $3.50 as well, says Joseph. So yeah, maybe I just found a very expensive one. I'm going to look back at a different website. Flower ball there. Nicely bowled. There we go, the warehouse. The warehouse is a great place to get a bargain, bro. Eat some tea or some eat tea. As I have actually already had my tea a little bit earlier on since we are sitting a little bit later here in New Zealand. Rubik's Cube. Rubik's Race. Rubik's Cage. Interesting. Maybe it is about $25, depending on the type that you do get. It's going to be hit there. Straight to the man. Direct hit would have had him gone. He didn't quite find it, unfortunately. And also, we've got there. I had a Rubik's Cube. It was brand new, already solved, so I didn't touch it as well. That's a smart way of doing it. I was just streaming until I solve a Rubik's Cube. Tell you what, you read my brain, Xavier. That would take so many hours of frustration of just sitting there going like this. It would not be fun. And also, search cheap if it doesn't work as well. And there says Joseph. But yeah, a Rubik's Cube, not allowed to leave the live stream till I solve it. That would suck. That would very much so suck for myself. Because I don't know how I would solve it. As I just sit here going, boys, it's been 10 hours. Can I go home yet? And you guys will be like, nah, you got to solve it. And then it would be an interesting concept. That's for sure. Yeah, not ideal. But currently now Finch going to be sitting there 26, 24 deliveries. And also we've got that no cheat video. And there says Xavier Brown. Yeah, I feel like I would have to do it as a live stream, wouldn't I? And also not for me. I have a bun, which is the best as well. And then there are about 20 back in the 80s ripoffs. They were also, or there was also a Rubik's Snake. I know that there's Rubik's Race now, which is a thing, which pretty much means that you can pretty much you got to try and reorganize it so that it is in the same order as the picture. I think I played it with my little cousin a while ago. It's going to be off the edge. It's going to be racing away to the boundary, though, for Sean Marsh. And if this one's gone all the way, that will actually be the bash boost point going the way of the Melbourne Renegades. We have got there. I'm pretty good at it. And Garn as well. I've had a Garn, which is the best as well. I also know there's a thing called a Rubik's. Oh, my sister had one that was like a light up, how you had to press the right light at the right time. Oh, that's close. I think that's 6. I think that's a very flat 6, but it's going to be a 6 nonetheless. Yep. That ball disappears. Oh, it is going to be the 6. And that is going to be helping Sean Marsh towards a few more runs for himself as well. He moves up onto 23 of 19 deliveries. And the Renegades, they receive that bash boost point now. So they have got the bash booster. Now it is going to be Khan once again steaming into the crease. It's another big full toss. They've been doing a few of those today. So far, it's going to be racing deep, and they will get themselves to run. Hanscom almost lost that one, the way that he did field it. It's going to be nicely done once again. It's too rough. I think Hanscom said there as well for that ground, but currently 25 runs for Mitchell Marsh. Sean Marsh, I keep on calling him his brother. His brother's coming back to the BBL. He actually played last night for the Perth Scorchers. Did very nicely indeed. Now, nice cut shot away for Sean Marsh. Brilliant shot, gets another 4 runs. And we mentioned that these two men could be the game changers here for the Renegades. And at the moment, Sean Marsh and Aaron Finch both going along very nicely. They need 98 more runs to win off 62 deliveries. It's still going to be tough, but it is still doable. They've got a power surge just around the corner. Perhaps they take it straight away after this over and just keep that pressure applied. Try and get as many runs as you physically can and at the early stages as well. But Sean Marsh at the moment, they will be very happy to see him back for the Melbourne Renegades. Khan running in. Going to be nicely played through the gap. That is class from Sean Marsh. Backward point gets the ball once again to the boundary. And it's just the classic cricket shots. He doesn't try and overhit the ball. He knows where the field is. And he just places it in the gaps as well. So currently off this over, we have seen a total of 16 runs plus a leg by as well. So you got 17 so far off the first 5 balls of this over. They have well and truly got themselves the Bash boost point, and the partnership now moves up to 52 of 41 deliveries. Once again, now Khan running in. He's got a very long run up, but he doesn't really steam into the crease as well, which is an interesting one. But that is going to be the end of the over. They don't take the run, and that is going to be 1 for 89. And Khan a little expensive as well. And this is JSB. 28 runs so far of its 2 overs, but it's weird. The way that he bowls, it looks like he could have a run up that's about 5 meters and it still get the same pace. He kind of steams in for a very long time, running. And it's just kind of a little bit of the medium pace to slow delivery from him. So I don't know whether or not it is just deceptive that it looks slower than it is, or whether that is actually the pace that he does bowl. But they will have big Scotty Boland back for the next match for the Hobart Hurricanes tomorrow night up against the Melbourne Stars. And I'm sure that they will be very happy to see that man. Another player that they haven't got at the moment, they haven't got Nathan Ellis. I'm not too sure whether or not he is injured or whether he is just being rested. I assume he's got an injury of some sort, though. Or maybe he has tested positive as well. So we have got these to have a Simon Says LED music game as well, was that, which was from the 80s as well. Pretty much it was, or it's kind of like a Rubik's Cube. They had the colors on each side, and it pretty much was, you had to try and rotate it quickly and press all the buttons like on each side. If that is the same one we're talking about, I don't know whether or not I have music, but it was pretty much like you go, oh, this side, we got to tap that side, tap that, and like orange, white, yellow, and that type of thing, and have to keep on rotating it. Type thing. I can't remember what it was called for that one, but the current partnership, 52 runs for these two. It's looking very nicely indeed. I'll check Kmart's website. Surely Kmart have a cheap Rubik's Cube. There's probably one somewhere in our house if I really looked hard enough. Oopsies. I don't want free delivery. I just like a Rubik's Cube. I spell Rubik's right? How do you spell Rubik's Cube? I just have to type in cube just in case I type Rubik's wrong. Cube. Sensory cube. It's not what we're after. Okay, they don't have Rubik's Cubes there. As that sounds frustrating as well. TJ, oh, it is. It's very frustrating. It's like the Bop It Bounce one. You guys play Bop It Bounce, or you just got to keep on bouncing it on the stick and you can't take too long or else it goes boing. You suck. Well, it doesn't literally say that. That would be quite harsh on the children, wouldn't it? I was like, what age would you say the prime age for a cricketer is? I mean, it's forever changing as well. That's the thing. Some of these younger guys, like you'd say ideally maybe around 25, but then, I mean, 27, 30 even is still like players finding their prime. Even some players at the age of 32, just look at Scotty Boland. It's going out there. That's a good shot down the ground from Aaron Finch. They haven't taken the power surge as of yet, but they still need 93 runs of 59 deliveries. And I was like, yes, Kmart sell Rubik's Cubes. Do they actually? Oh, is it a K? One moment. I was spelling it with an X, like Wheat-Bix. Kmart, where good times do start. As well. Oops, I don't want to track my order. I haven't placed one yet. Rubik's Cube. Yeah, you just got to spell it right. Nov Mum, you're a genius. Like I mentioned, Mothers Know Best. That's only $19 from the Rubik's Cube. Although I do get free shipping from the place that it's 25, so maybe that would work out to be about the same as well. Do I get a Rubik's Cube? It's tempting, but it's, I know that you guys will want to see a video or a live stream of me not being able to leave till I solve it, and that will just be so annoying, so frustrating. We'd have to find something to do during that time as well. Nice shot there from Finch, gliding it through the gap, and that is going to be 4 more runs for the Melbourne Renegades. They are ticking over extremely well at the moment. Both men here at the crease bringing up the 30, and they have got over a 50-run partnership between them as well. 88 runs needed now. I don't do it, rather get you you get chicken nuggets as well. And this is Jay Hayes. Yeah. I mean, if I can find a Rubik's Cube here maybe we do it. But if I can't find one, I feel like $25 seems like a lot for a box of plastic, or a whole little mini bits of plastic as well. So I know my sister had one somewhere. I don't know whereabouts she would have put it though. That's worth a shout. No, they haven't given that. And also the Rubik's Cube Fund as well. And they're from Xavier. Is that the Rubik's Cube Fund, or does that transfer into Nugget Fund if the Rubik's Cube doesn't end up existing? If I do end up finding a Rubik's Cube, it might be pretty useful. Yeah, just sliding down leg there. Tom Rogers, he was asking for it. He was appealing flat out, but doesn't end up getting it, as he couldn't quite believe it at the start, and then he went down leg, and the umpire was like, yeah, yeah, it was down leg. Marsh currently sitting 34 runs off 24 deliveries. They're actually ticking over very nicely here for the Renegades, and they continue to make sure that they get themselves a few more runs. Oh, that's a brutal one, because that's going to be racing away for 4 runs. Marsh gets just enough on it to be able to whip it to the leg side. Did it come off the bat, or was it leg byes? It was off the bat, and Marsh now moves up onto 38 of 25 deliveries. The moment Tom Rogers, he's a little bit disappointed with that one, and also we're going to buy it, Hamish. I'll go with your 80 shirt. Just checking, mate, as well. Yeah, I feel like I should definitely wear that one. That goes to the Isaac to Melbourne Fund. Rubik's Cube doesn't happen. Okay, so we'll put that in the Isaac one if we do end up finding it. Has Frank been in tonight? No, not tonight. We haven't seen a Frank so far. But yeah, 1970s or 1980s shoot. What else is something from the 1980s that I would have to get with myself for the Rubik's Cube? That's a brilliant shot once again, and that's racing away to the boundary for Sean Marsh. He's just not overhitting anything, but everything is racing off the middle of the bat. He's eyeing up another 50 for himself by the looks of it, but 11 overs down now. They've been able to bring up the 100 runs for the Melbourne Renegades, doing extremely well currently for themselves, sitting 79 more runs needed of 54 balls. It's still a long way to go for them to be able to get themselves towards the win, but they are working hard. They're working tirelessly, try and give themselves a decent opportunity here. One racing. Oh, nice shot there. I was getting a hyper colour shirts with a rage back in the 1980s. As on there says Jay Hayes. What else was a 1980s thing? A mullet. I could get a mullet. No, I'm not getting a mullet. A computer battleship as well. Oh, I remember I've got an old game that's like, it's electronic battleships, and pretty much it's like a little desktop version, like, but not desktop as in like the PC, but as in desktop. That's going to be another 4 runs there for Aaron Finch, and also we've got that $5,000 plus Renegades winners. Says Rakesh there, and also we got that I had computer battleship as well, says Jay. But yeah, I ended up, it's like a little electronic one that you set in, you kind of put in your coordinates, and it's like calculating coordinates, and then if you hit them, they're like, and if you don't hit them, it's like, have you guys seen one of those before? Hopefully that makes sense. And Finch once again just working it to the offside. We have got their Frogger as well, and also we've got the George, the New Zealand, the 6th, the Hamish, the Billy, the out, the Christmas, the try, and the George. Oh, sorry, the try and the try, just to throw me off a little bit, and the stereo with a duct tape as well, or a tape duck, tape deck. Sorry, I remember I had a little CD one. That was like a portable CD player. This is before Spotify. This is before anything else. And yeah, you pretty much have your little portable CD player. You put a CD in, you put it on repeat if you like a certain song, or you just set it so it keeps on going through it. Those were the days, eh? And then MP3. I remember having an MP3 player. Down the ground. I never really had too much music on it, to be fair. I think I had like 2 albums. There was also a little video of a sheep and also a sheep and a wolf or something like that. And they used to have a fight on the beach. And I used to watch it like 50 times because it's the only thing I had on it. And yeah, that's computer battleship image as well. And then there says David the Mod. Also a Walkman as well. I still have the original Game Boy as well. If you want to support the Kings, that the Kiwi lads you can buy a membership. All money from the membership goes into making better videos and streams. And you prioritize answers in live chat as well, says Xavier. Tell you what, perfect promotion there, Xavier. You've done well. Done better than I'm doing with the promotion side of it. That is for sure. And I had a Discman, as I was says Nov Mum. What about a Tamagotchi? Who had a Tamagotchi round here? I did not. That's going to be in the air, but it has fallen short of the man in the deep. I know my sister, she had a Tamagotchi. They used to be quite popular, little tiny ones. What else is there? Slot cars or slot cars? Surely some of you guys had slot cars as well. But that is going to be a very good partnership for me at the moment. 12 overs down now, even though my scoreboard has stopped updating itself. There we go. It is now up to 112 for 1 after the 12 overs. At the current run rate they are going at is 9.33, 8.83 is what we are sitting at for the required run rate. And also we have our Micro Machines. It's on there. He's a Walkman iconic. As on there says David the Mod. As we have the Anna Walkman having rewind or fast forward to a song you wanted to hear. The struggle kids these days have no idea. Yeah, now we can just skip it. We just go, yep, don't like that one. We'll just skip that one. I mean, even this concept, me sitting here talking to you guys while I'm watching the game and you guys are here in a chatting system, but also in live time, is like really weird when you think about like what technology was like type thing. Is it better or is it worse? That's the big question. I also remember old iPod where all that it was music. It's, oh yeah, exactly right. That was what my MP3 player was. Couldn't end up getting anything else on it other than just the one random video. I think you could get movies on it if you really tried to. I don't know how you would do that though. But yeah, remember CDs? My computer does not have a CD drive at this point in time. CDs used to be the way to go. Nicely played once again by Finch to the league side. It's just going to be the single. We've got their Nov Mum word. Anyone remember dial-up internet as well, says Nov Mum? I don't think I do. The world has evolved too fast for my liking, to be honest, as well, says Jay Hayes. Yeah, we got like flying cars, self-driving cars, just all that kind of weird stuff. And it is so weird. I can talk to someone in China and they can respond to you in 10 seconds. It's so weird as well. And they say, yeah, pretty much like in the old days, back in my day, like you write a letter to someone and you wait like 10 days, maybe 2 weeks for getting a reply. And now you just send them a message on Messenger. You can even see when they've seen it, so you know if they're trying to avoid you, which is great. You know, it's weird how quickly times have changed. Like I remember when back in primary school, you know, you just go on Facebook for the games. Really, bit of Pet Society, bit of Farmville, bit of what else did you have? What else was on there? Football Manager one I remember I used to play, and an Albanian player. It's a good shot from Aaron Finch, straight down the ground, 6 runs there. That one is absolutely gone out of the round there almost for Aaron Finch, but current run rate is going almost at 10. The required run rate is only sitting there at 8.45, and some of the best music came out in the 80s. They still playing them now. That is true. Like, it is very awesome that, like, some of those songs still withstand the test of time. And some of them are in my Spotify playlist as well. I bought a new flat screen TV 10 years ago. So I set it up. My son was 10 at the time, and he had it all sorted in about 15 minutes, as well, says Jay. And yeah, it's kind of like, that's the thing, technology, the young ones, such as myself, like, we're just kind of grown up with it. Whereas, like, it's a whole new concept. Like, to some people, it's like now in New Zealand, how you got to end up like kind of doing your COVID passport and that type of thing. Like for some of these older generation kind of folk, I guess we could call them, like it's going to be tough to kind of adapt to being able to use the new stuff type thing. And when I first got internet extra, now Spark had internet for, it was there $2.50 an hour. This was in the mid to late 90s. Another ISP had unlimited for $40 a month as well, plus a phone line so you didn't tie up your flatmate's phone for another $40, says Nov Mum. Yeah, so that's the thing. And $40 back then would have been a lot of money, wouldn't it, Nov Mum? Overall, in terms of the different like exchanges. Like I remember my dad saying about how he used to be able to get like things for a cent and whatnot, you know, real cheap. And now it's like, hey, it's Mitch Marsh. Just done a ACL? No. It looks like he's all right. It's the end of the over, though. That's going to be concerning for the Melbourne Renegades. They don't want him to be injured now, that is for sure, because tomorrow he will be needed for that matchup that is taking place up against the Thunder. Also tomorrow, the Heat versus the Sixers, the Stars versus the Hurricanes as well. Plenty of action coming up for us very, very soon in the BBL. And then we get into finals times, ladies and gentlemen. Melbourne Stars and the Hurricanes. They are the last game. If the Renegades win this game, there's still a chance that the Stars might be able to qualify. So that is going to be, like they're saying, it's almost like a semi-final in itself. The way that one will be going, right, they are taking the power surge now for the Renegades. This could be a game-changing couple overs for them. If they get another 30, they've still actually got a long way to go if they get 30 off this one. It would help them out just a little bit more, and it would get them down to 31 needed off 30 balls, so that would be a lot closer. We've got need please as well. And there says Jay. Currently, Rogers, he will be bowling the first over of the power surge. Finch sitting on 45. Marsh sitting on 46. Full toss. Finch goes after it. It's gone through the field, but there is a man back there, so that is going to be cut off in the deep by Jordan Thompson. They get back for the 2 runs, and Finch will retain the strike. Currently 47 runs for Aaron Finch. He actually started off relatively slow for himself, sitting on about 15 off 15, but now that he is out there, he is sitting on 47 off 35. So starting to find a little bit of late form in the competition, but of course it's too little too late. And it seems to be the case that it's normally when a player does have that pressure kind of off them, that is when they play their best cricket. Good shot over the top. Down the ground. It's a good bit of fielding there. They will get back for another 2 runs here. And now he moves up onto 49, Aaron Finch. Hi, bro, what's happening as well, says Shane Hayes. At the moment, Renegades are going very nicely. They are ticking over very, very well in the early stages. They've taken their power surge. This is the first 2 balls of that one. Also, I've got there Glenn Maxwell. I said keep going, Gates, as well, because, of course, for Glenn Maxwell, if they end up winning this game, the Renegades, it still gives the Stars a chance of going through IAMH as well. And this is Warriors fan. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. Oh, shot. Brilliant shot. That is the 50 for Finch. 53 off 37 deliveries. He's been powerful throughout this innings, and that is an absolutely classic innings from Aaron Finch. Him and Marsh, they could both take over their 50s here, perhaps. And the Marvel Stadium, at the moment, they are loving this. I mean, the Melbourne Renegades, they know that they're missing out, but, I mean, this is still going to be a show for them to be able to see. Shot down the ground, though, by Aaron Finch. Tom Rogers, he'll be glad that that one wasn't a little bit lower. Would have ended up hitting him in that regard. But Aaron Finch, he'll be feeling confident at the moment. 21st BBL 50 and 86 matches he's gone on to get 200s. I don't think, no, he can't quite get the 100 here unless, of course, he gets every single run available. We whip to the leg side once again for Finch. They're going to be able to get back for the 2. They do. He's quick between the wickets, Finch, for his age. And also, I just got out of hospital, and Invercargill has been very hot as well. So hopefully everything is all right for yourself, mate. Because normally, Invercargill is normally one of the cooler locations, isn't it? Like, normally, I guess, is it the furthest south you go, but then also to a certain extent, sometimes it gets a little bit warmer. As I also, hey, who got the points in the first innings, says Music Kiwi. It was myself, then it was Aiden, and then Jay were the 3 who were able to get themselves the points in that first one. But Aaron Finch now, slower ball, cut shot, or slightly more of a cover drive there from Aaron Finch. Almost hitting a couple seagulls, and now Marsh will have the strike once again. This is only 1 ball left of this over. Then they've got 1 more of the power surge. It's been hot, bro, as well. And then there says Shane Hayes. So how hot has it been there, Shane? Do let me know. It's currently actually sitting 17 degrees here as well, which is something we haven't actually had at this time of night for a little while. Or maybe it has been. I just haven't really noticed. Hopefully, Marsh will be all right. Yeah, he looks like he's a little bit ginger at the moment, but looks like he is going to be continuing well. Renegades winning this when it's too late to advance as well. And this is Dan Castro. Yeah, I guess the pressure's just off. So they've decided we'll just go out there. We'll play the cricket that we should have played throughout the season. And that is exactly what they're doing at the moment. Marsh, he is sitting there now. 46 runs for himself. Can he bring up the 50? The Renegades have a 66% chance of winning this game. They actually only had a 16% chance at the start of this innings. Are you saying I was 6 runs off and I'm still going to get, and as else says Music Kiwi, indeed, that is correct. So you were in the end, I think you would have been 4th or 5th in the whole scheme of things. At the moment, they're just showing the highlights from Aaron Finch. He's been able to smack it all around the ground at the moment. Couple 6s almost taken and a beautiful catch on the boundary, but did mean that he has now brought up 100 6s for himself into the BBL. And currently, he's just been aggressive in the way that he's been playing. Use of the crease well. Another nice yawn. Oh, myself, we do love a yawn. Not really. Yawns are very annoying. I was over there. How much money is in the Send the Isaac to Melbourne Fund as well? I haven't actually completely. I don't have an exact number for you. I will still have to kind of do a little bit of the kind of switching over. I believe it's over $50 though at this point in time that you guys have generously got in the Isaac Fund. But yeah, I have got it written down somewhere. I think I did the maths on it a week ago or somewhere along those lines. I'm not sure what document I had that on. I think it might be on a Google Drive one. Not too sure. I probably could find out at some stage in the future. Early 80s as our first server was called Compulsive as well. And I was it cost $5 an hour to go online. So my sister has to work 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. tonight, RIP to her. It's a hot come to bed, 42 degrees tomorrow as well. So Shane, I hear even in Christchurch it's supposed to be 32 degrees, which I know isn't as hot as 42, but it's supposed to be 32 and then it's supposed to rain in the afternoon. I think I heard from Isaac just before the live stream. I was actually talking to him a little bit later on in the evening today, which was good. Got to catch up a little bit, find out how his trip to Akaroa went. Sounds like it went all right. Saw some dolphins. So Perth doing on the table. They are top of the table. They are not going anywhere. So because of that, it does mean that they have got their matchup up against whoever finishes in second. They are going to be challenging up against Perth. And then whoever wins that game will be through to the final. So Perth, they're only theoretically one game away from a final. If they do end up losing it, though, then they'll have to play an extra one or two to be able to get to that final as well. Currently, Marsh back on strike, sitting there, 47 runs of 34. They need 49 from 35. There's not a lot of panic setting in. Definitely not with two veterans at the crease and Finch and also Marsh. Given the width, just a classic cut shot. Once again, I'm going to go straight to Thompson, and they do not get the run. And also, I feel like there is a conspiracy against me with the points as us, says Music Kiwi. Not really. It is just a case of it's always, you seem to be able to get yourself about fifth place quite often, but it's just always just outside of that as well. And also, they didn't Sixers lose last night as well, says Shane Hayes. They did indeed. They actually got beaten by the Adelaide Strikers quite comfortably. So because of that, the Strikers have confirmed their spot in the kind of top four. I think they're sitting 4, and if they lose, if the Hobart Hurricanes lose their next game, then I believe the Adelaide Strikers will stay in 4th, whereas if the Hobart Hurricanes win their next game, they can actually overtake them a little bit as well. That's a good shot there from Sean Marsh, ends up picking it up mid-wicket way, and that is going to be another 4 runs, and that is his 50 now for Sean Marsh. Well batted once again by the man who only recently returned to the KFC Big Bash. Hopefully we see him next year because he's still got plenty of talent. Was the wrong one, but it was too full from Sandeep Labashane. And Marsh went, yep, that'll do me. It's going to be giving him a bit of width as well, trying to pierce the outfield. In the end, Tim David able to field it. He hasn't actually bowled yet in this one. Xavier assisted single as well. And there's his music here. Currently 138 for 1 here. Currently Marsh sitting 51. Off 37, that's a little edge, and that's going to be now Marsh gone. Tim David takes the catch, and that is going to be Sandeep Lavashane, who is able to take the catch there. Very nicely done. And that now is going to make it 51 off 38 for Sean Marsh. What were Super Smash results as well? I will get them up for you in just a little moment. One moment. It's just going to load up my app as I'm asking for a friend as well. And what sort of question is that? And there says Jay Hayes. It's a very upfront one, that is for sure. Sandeep Lavashane, he was fired up after that one. Right, where is the Super Smash, Super Smash, Super Smash? Oh, I'm on the women's one. Do you want the women's results as well? Because for the women's side of it, today, it was Auckland won by 8 runs up against Canterbury for the women's Super Smash. And then for the men's side of it as well, it was in the end Canterbury who did win by 18 runs over Auckland. In the end, 154. Off their Canterbury innings. They actually got bowled out off the second last ball, and then Auckland only getting 136 for 7. I was like, Music Kiwi is your mum single asking for a friend. So that says Jay Hayes there. That one has gone high. Into the air, unfortunately, off the edge. Now it's going to be a man on debut here. Ukmat Chand. Now he's got a lot of runs in his professional career. As best as 125. There's a lot of pressure on him, though, to make his way out there. And now get a little bit of a good impact, I guess you could say, and continue this momentum that they have found. But the power surge, once again, is the downfall of a batsman. We've seen it so many times in the past. The first over off the power surge went for a lot. This one only going for 4 runs so far. Sandeep Lavashane, he wasn't quite ready there. He was waiting, just making sure that he is all right. Oh, it's a good ball. That is going to be the end of the Labuschagne over. And like they're saying there, he was actually still looking down, and he could see that he wasn't quite ready. So Sunday Labuschagne pulled out of it. I feel like it's a good show of respect there between the Hobart Hurricanes and also the Melbourne Renegades players. But currently now Finch sitting there, 56 runs. He's got to keep on going though if he does want a chance of his team being able to get the win. 5 overs left. They've used up their power surge. They need 9 and over from here on out to be able to go on and get themselves a hard-fought victory. Currently already getting the bash boost point for themselves, which is why this next little moment in the game will be so crucial for the Hobart Hurricanes. This will determine if they have a spot in the final guaranteed or if they are going to be in the situation of having to wait till that game tomorrow night to decide whether or not they are going to be going through. Now Aaron Finch, 45 runs off 30 balls is what they will be requiring. So they're still got to go at 9 and over from here on out. They've still got a couple of very capable batsmen. Aaron Finch hits that one hard. Has he got enough of it? He sure does. 6 more runs for Aaron Finch. And that is a way to deal with Darcy Short. I know that last over, the over before that, was actually Darcy Short who was able to do decently and really stop Aaron Finch from scoring a whole heap of runs. Whereas now, straight away in the 6th, smashing it down the ground. And damn, it's hot in Invercargill. So I see Shane Hayes. What's your temperature sitting at, Shane? Tell you what, I can actually tell you. It's probably a little bit different to my weather app, but I will have a quick look at Invercargill. Right, weather, there we go. Oh, it's once again at down the ground. He didn't get enough of that one, though, but it's still going to be piercing the gap in 10 off the first 2 balls for Aaron Finch of this one. Right, we will go back. Invercargill. At the moment, you're sitting 18 degrees at the moment. Nice one. You're actually 1 degree hotter than us here, although I feel like the real feel for you is probably a little bit warmer as well. And where will the teams be if the Canes win as well? I'm sitting at a nice 17 as well. And there says Xavier. But yeah, where will the teams be? So pretty much if the Canes win this game, they have guaranteed their spot in the final. And I believe they will be just a couple points behind the Adelaide Strikers. If not a couple points ahead, actually. Now I think about it also, what an enthralling chase as well. Yeah, they are working hard at the moment. But Aaron Finch, a couple more big shots, and this game could all but be over here for them. But the required run rate is sitting at 7.78 runs per over needed now for them to be able to go on and get themselves their win. Like they're saying, what does Chan do here? Does he decide to go after the ball a little bit more here, or does he decide to just give Aaron Finch the strike, try and keep him, set it down the ground? Be a decent shot as well. They will get themselves a single. And Darcy Short at the moment sitting there, 12 runs off his first 5 balls of this over so far. And Sean and Finch, they help bring up the 150 for their side. Sean Marsh getting 51 for getting himself out on one of the very next balls at the moment. The Renegades, 74% chance of being able to go on to win this game. It was dragged down. Finch willing to just hit it down the ground for their single, and he will retain the strike for the next over. Now, as well, what's happening with the Aussie series as well. And this is Shane. I haven't actually heard too much information other than the fact that it could end up being maybe postponed till somewhere around March, just because I don't think the Black Caps can actually get back into the country for another month or so, which is why they might be holding off, because or else then they won't really have a side for the South African one. So you've either got to send over a second string team, that they're not afraid to have stuck over there for a couple months, or you've got to go with someone maybe in March, somewhere around there, that we get to see those games take place. Second down, 8 and over as Giles play as well, says it Dan DeCastro there, but it is going to be tricky. Same with Super Rugby. We know it's coming up just around the corner, whether or not they will be able to have those games take place that are kind of New Zealand and Australia derbies that are going to be taking place from about round 10 onwards, I believe it will be, that we will get to see it. But at the moment now, Aaron Finch will be raring to go here once again for himself. 32 needed of 24 balls. Riley Meredith, the big man with pace, will be steaming in. So a good delivery it is going to be. An LBW shout from Meredith going down leg. They want the 2 runs, and they are going to get it as well. Good running between the wickets. Chand would have been gone with the direct hit, but they get back nonetheless. And that is going to be 2 runs as well. No point sending a B-side over as well, says Jay. Yeah. Like, I feel like it would just be, like, it just wouldn't be what they want to do. So hopefully, if they do end up postponing it, it can still take place in the near future, because it's actually only about 11 days away. I'm going to quickly scooch back in my chair, I should say. I'll go Australia. versus New Zealand Cricket. I'll see whether or not they have announced anything anytime soon as well. We will go news. White ball tour to Australia under threat with no quarantines. New Zealand to pick second string squad for upcoming Australia tour of Australia 2022. Extended border restrictions put New Zealand in trouble. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. See whether or not it can still take place. And also we've got there, good enough. What happened to that person? I want that person to troll. I have heard you mention him as well. Pretty much he would just go out all of the time. He'd just say out. And Xavier Brown, when's your next stream as well? And there says David the Mod, and also we've got there, would you like to see a New Zealand Big Bash team? It would be cool, but I don't know whether or not they would decide to do it. And then just definitely not on nowadays with travel restrictions, everything. We always had a B-side with the Poms. We already had a B-side with the Poms. As on there says, was from Jay, and also we've got there, good day from the two Aussies. I need the Renegades to win, so strikers locked in. As I says the two Aussies, that is another good point. In fact, so now we are looking there at the table the way that it's sitting. Although, to be fair, even if the Hurricanes win this one, the strikers are still locked in. You are safe there, mate. They cannot go out of the grouping. So you're all good. You will get to see them in a final. I'm holding off getting Sky because Australia has COVID bad as well, says Shane Hayes. And also, we have got there, David the Mod. I won't stream it until I hit 200 subs as I come on the Renegades, and I uploaded a video today, says Xavier. So we'll have to check it out because I did watch your intro video, Xavier, from the other day. And end up giving it a like, showing it some support. Well, it sounds like you got quite a lot of sports that you are going to be able to cover on your channel as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes for yourself, mate. And if you got any questions or anything like that, do let me know. I will try my best to answer them for you. We've got that day here, Garav as well. Only in name, not in spirit yet. We haven't seen him back since the new year. I'm your 50th like as well, says Arthur. And also, I might go to one of our strikers games in the final as well. Would be pretty awesome to see how they do go in that kind of finals contention. But Chand at the moment on strike here. It's a good over so far from Meredith. It's a short ball. It's well bowled. It was a quick bouncer. And has steamed through the moment. Finch sitting there 70 off 47, and Finch is just on fire as well. You won't like it, it's just all about AFL. I might learn something. Don't know too much about the AFL at this point in time. Okay, says David the Mon, and also we've got there. Finch is just on fire as well. And yeah, he needs some more strike though in this situation. If they don't give him the strike and Chand faces too many deliveries, that is where they start to get themselves in a little bit of trouble. He's got one ball left. You might as well just swing for the fences of your Chand. Well bowled once again, and now Chandy will have the strike for the next over as well. Yeah, this is a lot of pressure for Chand coming into the Big Bash. This is his debut. AFL is the best. If you want, you can do some streams of it maybe as well. It's ranking AFL teams and what I like about them as well. And this is Xavier Brown. Sounds like a decent video. I will definitely check it out because I feel like I do need to learn a little bit more about the AFL in the future. As the two Aussie call the fire truck as well. And there for Music Kiwi has said, because of course Finch is on fire, but he is not on strike at the moment for this one. But we have got the AFL as well. He's there. Okay, I guess it just depends on what you like. Some people think rugby league. Some people think rugby union. Some people think cricket is not a fun one to watch or play. And Xavier Brown, do you like AFL? And there says the two Aussies. But now Chandy is going to be sitting there 3 off 5. Sunday Shane will be bowling once again. Just got to do up the shoelaces. 3 overs left, 26 runs needed off 18 balls, and bring on the NRL. Says Shane, yeah, that's just around the corner that we are going to get to see it take place. That's not the shot that Chan would have been after, but he does. Oh, it's a misfield there from Riley Meredith, and they've given the strike back to Chan now. Big mistake, and a mistake that they couldn't afford there. I've never seen one game of AFL as well. And now how much is good? How much is the goal in AFL worth, Hamish? Do you know that as well? So that either side, because of course they got their 3 sticks. For those ones, either side is 1 and the middle one is 6, isn't it? If I'm not wrong. Is that correct? Hopefully. And also we have got there, Hamish, you seem to be very politically correct, don't you, as well? And they said so after, don't know. Not sure. I just really say what I say, really, you know. Nothing too bad. We have got the amateur. I'm back. Sorry, I joined too late here. And there says Michelle, and also women's beach volleyball is the best as well. And also I go for the Crows, and I'm a massive fan of them, So says the two Aussies there to Xavier. So 6-1 outside. As I says, Dan DeKisser and Warriors will win 4 games. So says Shane Hayes. How many did they win last year? I'd like to think it was more than 4, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. In fact, I can look that up as well while we are seeing runs ticking over. They haven't been able to hit any boundaries in a little while here for the Hobart Hurricanes. And also, would you like New Zealand AFL team? So this is Big Bash King. I mean, once again, it would be cool to see, but I don't know how the restrictions in terms of travel and whatnot would work. I assume there'd be a New Zealand-based team or an Australian-based team, but they're all from New Zealand, I guess, would be the way that they'd do it. We're currently now 10 once again on strike. We have got the I want to talk to you after this live stream. That's Brandon. Am I in trouble, Brandon? On Discord. As I says, Brandon. So we'll see if I can. Oh, that's a big shot. Chand hasn't quite got all of it. He's going to be out. And that is going to be his wicket gone now, even in Canada. We know a lot. It's on TV here, amazingly, as well. Says Dan DeKesser and Shane, you're talking about the Warriors at the NRL, or the one that blew a 3-1 lead. Is on there. It says it was there from Music Kiwi. And also, would you go? Who would you go for in the AFL if you wanted to follow it? I feel like I need to work out who the teams are, like, and who the players are as well, type thing. The only game that I've seen in person was Hawthorn versus Sydney Swans, I believe, and also one ages ago with the Brisbane Lions. So maybe one of those teams, but I'm not too sure. And also, I've been saying it for a long time, go for the Crows as well. I guess the Crows would also have to be right up there. I just want to talk about Rugby Sevens and you little. As there's a Brown. So I think that should be all right. As long as I'm not in trouble, I will allow it. Also, we have got the Warriors have 5 home games in Auckland, so hopefully they can still take place. But with restrictions the way that they are, do you know when their home games actually are, Shane? I see that there's pre-season coming up in only 24 days' time. Oh, yeah. As says Ollie, and also the Aussies who are the Crows. I never heard of them as well. Oh, who are the Crows? I never heard of them. And also D's won the grand final this year as well. And also we have got there, see those NFL Cowboy supporters losing their rag over a loss the other day. Says David the Mod. Jonathan Merlot now. 22 of 14. It looks like they're changing it. Car wash guy, says Jay Hayes. So where did we finish last year for the Warriors? They got 8 wins last year. That's not bad. No run called there. At the moment, Labashani, he's just putting it in the right spot. Jonathan says, hey, Jonathan, hope you are doing well. It's actually Merlot who's made his way to the crease. Jonathan Merlot. What the hell, Music Kiwi? Don't you know them as well? Okay, George says meow as well. Welcome in, George. Hope you're doing well. Hope Jay is feeding you well. As well, and also, I'm going to get up at got to get up at 8 a.m. So that will be rough. That's 4 runs there for Finch, and once again just smacking it to the boundary, making this game a little bit closer between these two sides. 18 runs off 12 balls. It looks like he needs a new bat now for Aaron Finch. We have to get this St Kilda play AFL games in Wellington again. There's a spider on my wall. Where are you going? Yeah, you're not supposed to be here. Hopefully he stays there the whole time, but I bet you as soon as I look away, it's going to be gone. And also we've got the Crows, this AFL team. Okay, that's not good. And then also I'm going to the rugby. 15, top 14 is on in February. That spider is making its way behind my desk. Prefer if it didn't, to be fair. Don't mind not having spiders behind the desk. Catch it, show us as well. No. Might actually be a whitetail. That's actually probably the most dangerous type of spider I could have in my lounge. I was happy to go for the Crows. It's gone. It's gone down this side. It's unfortunate. It's a good ball once again from Rogers. The spider has disappeared. Also, you've got the going to be Rugby 15 top 14 on February 18th as well. Warriors need to play at home. Yeah, we'll help them out quite nicely if they can get themselves a few more home games in the future. What's the worst that can happen as well? And he says, Jay, well, probably what's happened now, and that's the fact that I can't see it anymore. Just looking around, the thing's gone. You know, it's gonna attack me. And there's a sign of rain maybe damaged as well. And also, I guess because, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, actually. It's supposed to be very heavy rain tomorrow. And also, that was your favorite team in the NBL as well. I'd say the Breakers, just because of the fact that I don't really know anyone else too well. I think Perth Wildcats are all right, if I'm not wrong. And also, Xavier Brown, let's fake the power. One of the most in the league. They throw a banana. Oh, Okay, so AFL is certainly something that has a bit of something in there by the sounds of it. But 17 runs needed off 10 more balls now for the Melbourne Renegades to win this game. At the moment, they have got a 62% chance of going on to win this one. Tom Rogers bowls it, slow ball, nicely bowled, and that is going to be the dot. This is going to be a tough last over here. Perhaps, and also no show. I'm not doing sorry. I just want to make a YouTube. My YouTube channel is so busy this year as well. And there says Brandon. That is fair enough. Tom Rogers can't believe that he missed that one. Still looking around. Just checking AFL kind of like rugby as well. Says Big Bash game. Yeah, just a little bit. In that regard, they both use a ball. I actually have a ball down here. I got a little All Blacks kind of foam ball. You guys can see that? Can't rotate it in the right way. How do I? There we go. That's going to be a big shot from Aaron Finch. Has he got enough? No, he doesn't. It's going to be the wicket. And Tim David takes the catch as well. Oh, yeah, it's just a little miniature ball. Oh, unbounced awkwardly. Where's the spider gone? And that is going to be Finch gone. As I like that little ball. As I keep mate, there are a few off concussions in league, but it was very interesting as well. And also I should do a better YouTube channel as well. It says Brandon there. Currently, Aaron Finch went after it. If that was 6, it would have been interesting. As it was nothing like rugby. It's got men on the field. There's a ball, some posts, and whatnot. Just having a look every once in a while, see if that spider wants to come say hi. No, Finch is gone as well. He is indeed, which is unfortunate for the Melbourne Renegades. He gets the round of applause, but he certainly hasn't finished the job for them as of yet. They needed one more. Big shot, one more 6. Could have put it down to almost needing a runner ball as well, but now they are going to need 17 off 8. This is going to be very close. There's still a 30% chance, though, that they are saying that the Renegades will be able to go on to win this game. Or, in fact, that's actually very low, isn't it? Now I think about it, because it was actually 70% the other way. It's 50-50, though. And the win is your channel is on fire. You're getting 500 subs a day, lol. I don't know about 500 a day. I think we're going up around about 500 a month at the moment, which is still absolutely insane. How quickly we have been growing our base in New Zealand AFL team, New Zealand Big Bash team in Wellington as well. And also, if they're rugby challenge for, I'm going to do a beer pro every some time ago. No one as well. That's a big old shot from Merlot, though, but he hasn't got enough of it. And it's another wicket. It's another dot ball. And now a hat-trick ball for Tom Rogers. And I believe with back-to-back wickets, that almost puts him up at the top. Amish Bro, that's the ball. I show how many New Zealand dollar buy for this ball. I can tell you that I don't like to admit this, but this little tiny All Blacks foam ball, it's made of foam, just a little squishy one, it was $10 on special, I think, as well. So it might not have been the best decision to buy it overall, but I like it. It's quite nice. Go Hurricanes as well, says Jay Hazen. Yeah, at the moment, this is getting rid of any chance for the Melbourne Stars to go through by the looks of what BBL games on tomorrow. So the first one is Sixers versus Heat. That is actually about a 3 p.m. start time, I believe. And then after that, we have got the Thunder versus the Renegades. That will be 6:10, 6:15. And then the final game is 9:50. And that is going to be the matchup that has taken place between the Stars and also the Hobart Hurricanes. This is a hat-trick ball now, and they brought AFL matches to China once. They have played 3 games there. The first 2 games played Port Adelaide versus the Gold Coast Suns, then Port Adelaide versus St Kilda Saints. And also now it's a hat-trick ball, but Harper just has to swing. No, he decides against it. They're going to run hard. It looks like they will be able to get back for the 2 runs here. Very nicely done by Sam Harper. Will Sutherland will be on strike, needing 15 off the last over. I like this ball small and looked nice as on there. And also we've got that coming on the Renegades. I need strikers in the finals as well as the Aussies. Although, no matter what the strikers are through, even if the Hurricanes end up winning this game, the strikers are still through at worst 5th. And it just means they'll have an away game up against the Hurricanes. So it's all good. They're still through at this stage. So we've got that maybe New Zealand Super Smash team into the Big Bash as well, says a Big Bash game. It would be kind of cool to see how it does go. Or even if you had I guess the winner of the Super Smash versus the winner of the Big Bash. I don't know whether or not they would do it this year due to restrictions and everything along those lines. But yeah, other than that, I think it would be... It's a tricky one. Let's go there. I hope I am making a tournament in Rugby Challenge 4. I do a video. You guys can set what team do you want as well. So we'll go there. One moment. There we go. I was going. My eyes have been deceiving me as well. Sebastian, they are indeed. They sit them very nicely. Where's Perth as well? They are at the top. They cannot lose that top place. So they will now be playing off against whoever finishes second, and whoever wins that game gets a home final. And their next game will be the final as I'm making a tournament in rugby. So says Brandon. But Will Sutherland, his best is 15 not out. He is a very powerful man. Just needs to hit this ball to the boundary 4 times, and they win this game. Or only 3 times if he hits a couple sixes. But Riley Meredith, the big man steaming in. Do you try a ramp shot? What do you do? Just tries to stand and deliver, whipping it down to fine leg. They're only getting the one there. And that is well done. Right, Sam Harper, he loves a ramp shot. Scorchers beat. Or Strikers beat the Scorchers. Go to the Renegades. As on there says the 2 Aussies and Perth smash. And then also, would you like to see a Hobart NRL team as well? I mean, if they have got the players down there, then I guess it could be an idea for the future. I got 4 All Blacks and Springboks and English in Australia as well. And there says Brandon. Currently, Sam Harper is best in the BBL 11. It's 57. He's got a good strike rate of 122. He needs to go at more than that here, though. He almost had to go at 300 to be able to get the win. Need 8 as well. Harper at a 6. And so on there says the 2 Aussies. So he is hoping to see a big shot here. Sam Harper, he's got a little edge on that one. They have to take the run anyway. It's a direct hit, but he has made it back. Will Sutherland and Hobart will never get an NRL team as well, says Xavier around there. Because I guess it just depends on what region of the country do play the most NRL. And I know that that's New South Wales and Queensland, and then a few teams just outside, isn't there? But currently, Will Sutherland, it's kind of like the height difference between these two is huge. Sam Harper, he tried to smack that one hard, but currently 13 runs needed off 4 balls, 6% chance now for the Melbourne Renegades to win this match. Sutherland needs to go big here just to relieve some of the pressure that is starting to build. This is for a spot in the final and to crush the dreams of the Melbourne Stars. The NRL get rid of Warriors as well. And then, yeah, Xavier Brown and the Aussies won the Ashes because when I saw that, I went crazy as well. It's a shot down the ground, straight to the man now. They get the single. They now need 3 4s or 2 6s to be able to win this. Go hard or go home as well, says Nov Mum there. And Brandon Asper, Kiwi lads there. What time do you want to see as well? I mean, the All Blacks are always a good one to have a look at. Xavier around, they can make Hawks a Hobart or make the team, make a new team in Hobart as well. But at the moment, Sean Marsh, he'll be disappointed with the way that this one is ending. The Renegades, this is kind of, I guess you could say, summarizing what has been happening for them in the past kind of season or so. Time to savage it, lads, as well. So it's Sebastian Riley Meredith steaming in 150 Ks, or does he bowl a slow ball? Big full toss, all. Is that a waste eye, no ball? He's deep in his crease. They might actually check this one. Square leg umpire says no. So it is going to be 2 6s now that they will be needing to win this one. Let's go Renegades as well, says the 2 Aussies. So he got it a little bit wrong there. Riley Meredith. We're just seeing this one from side on. So the umpire said no. Tell you what, it's close. I would say that that's a no ball. That's probably very lucky not to be a no ball there. Are they going to be checking it? No, they haven't checked it either. And the 2 Aussie, nah, if they bring in a Tasmania team, there will be a new one as well. That could be a no ball. I think he's gotten away with that one, Riley Meredith. And also we have got there, do you watch rugby on Spark Sport as well? I do watch the URC on Spark Sport. I believe that is the only one that we have got in terms of Spark Sport rugby. Other than that, though, it is all on Sky for the other options we have. So there, yeah, good idea, Xavier Brown. So says the 2 Aussies, like they said, I don't know whether or not he will go for the Yorker now, Riley Meredith, because if you get away with another full toss, you know, maybe you're very, very lucky. Oh, it's straight back past them. That's going to be the 4 runs for the Hurricanes, or 4 runs against. Oh, hang on. Tell you what, 6 runs here. If he hits a 6, we're going to a super over for the first time in the competition. Or if it's a no ball and then he hits a 6. Tell you what, this is going to be an interesting one here, ladies and gentlemen. Where do you put this ball to Will Sutherland? He's been able to hit it nicely. It's just a big old shot down the ground. 6. or out is the way that he's got to go. He's just got to be willing to risk it all. Try and smack it over. 6 as says Menage, and also we're going to get a super over. Says that the 2 Aussies there as well, but now Riley Meredith about to be charging it. I'm getting both for Spark Sport as well. And then super over, please. Says the 2 Aussies. Meredith, where does he put it? It's a full toss. It's gone straight up in the air, though he didn't quite get all of it. And that will be the end of the game, and it is going to be the wicket. Matthew Wade takes it, and the Melbourne Renegades have fallen just short of this one, bowling underarm. So this is Sebastian. I was like, get out, go Sutherland. And then by Riley Meredith, he picks up the wicket. The Hobart Hurricanes win by 6 runs, and that has crushed the dreams of the Melbourne Stars as well. We have got their game as well. Says not a nail biter from it. David Lamont, no. Says the 2 Aussies. 2 Aussies. Strikers are still in, mate. Don't panic. The strikers are still qualified. At this point in time, they cannot be knocked out of that top 5, so they are all good. No need to panic. And dang it again. As I says, Novmum, one moment, we will go here. Hear what, you were very close, Novmum. It's our Renegades. So 176 is what we have got now. 176. I said 164, not terrible. Not terrible. Oh, 175 for David the Moore. That's going to be hard to beat, I would think. So he's got himself at least 1 point there, David, surely, if you're only that far away. So we will go down here, and we will go like this as well. I'll just add David for 3 for now. We'll put his name down. Yeah, okay, 170 for Jay. Not a mile off. 150, 160, 140. Okay, oh. Okay, so we have got there also. Jay will get himself the 1 point. So David gets first. Jay gets second. And I actually sneak myself 1 point at the end of that one. So, which of course I will well and truly be taking. Thank you very much. And we will go like that. There we go. Right, we have added that all on. And also tell you what, we got a lot of chat. Hey, g'day, Jamal. Welcome to live stream. Great effort by Finch and the lads, though, as maybe Cricket 19 as well. And also we're going to thank Gods and Strikers are in the final wins. The next live stream, we have got plenty more live streams tomorrow that are coming for the BBL. And also just I've other say Lisa should show points table 1 moment. We'll get that up for you guys so you can see exactly how it is going to be sitting. But we have got there. What about Rob? As I wait. Oh, did I miss out Rob? Where's Rob? Where is Rob? Rob. Where is Rob? Did Rob predict? How many did Rob? Oh, Rob had Renegades to win with 3 balls left there as well. So he just ended up missing out by just half a smidgen. But we've got a whole heap of games in the BBL. What time is it for you? It's currently 12:30 a.m. in New Zealand. So this is going to be, I mean, this isn't as it sits right at the moment, but this is what it was sitting at just before the match. So the Hurricanes, they will receive 3 points. They move up to 27. They keep their same position, though. And then from there, a few of the games that are playing off tomorrow, but one thing's for sure, and that is that the Renegades, they are going to be missing out for this one. And also, we're going to have 5 points for myself tonight as well. Says David the Mod. You've done very nicely, mate. Wait, 5 points for yourself. Wait, how many? What did you say in the first innings, David? 1 moment. 168 in the end. How many did they get? 182. No, you didn't quite get it in the first innings for yourself, David, unfortunately. But you did get them yesterday, I believe. For that one, but also we got a tight match for Hobart. Held their nerves to win the match as well. What's your favourite team in the Big Bash as well? See, the Big Bash King. I quite enjoy watching. I'd say, Perth Scorchers. I think I got 4 as well. You did indeed. Like Perth Scorchers, Sydney Sixers, Melbourne Stars, all the teams in this competition. I just love watching in action as well. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. We will have plenty more chatter going on tomorrow as well. But I appreciate every single one of you for being here, bro. Bro, one big hit away. The Renegades miss it as well, says Michelle. And yeah, it is that one of the, I guess you could say, the Hobart Hurricanes, maybe the no ball near the end could have been the difference maker. Thanks for the stream, King, as well, says Xavier Brown. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. What are the chances of the Brisbane Heat? They cannot qualify, unfortunately. Boy, have a good night. And also, excellent calling tonight. How is she getting sharper? So I says David the Mon, I'll take it. Thank you very much, David. Hugely appreciated as well. I also see you, says the 2 Aussies. But thank you all very much for tuning in. And I will see you all